Hello, hello. Finally, I managed to get live. Sorry about that. Wee bit late. A wee bit tardy on my part. But it's alright. I'm here now. And we're here with a new world. 250 years old. We're going to settle a new fortress this evening. And hey Ghostbat, how you going? Hope you're having a nice day today. Let's have a look. We have a few necromancer towers floating around. It's only half as old as the last world, so there's not as many. You can see the elves are having a bit of movement over here, just spreading throughout this forest. Goblins as far as the eye can see, heaps of dwarfs down here. Civilization's really packed in tightly together. But on this side of the world, things are much more quiet and simple. And I was thinking it would be nice to maybe either embark on a river or maybe in a desert or something. I mean, we have these nice deserts, they're untamed wild, which is very scary. Iron, silver and copper, oh my god, tetrahedrite, no please. Pure copper only, which is very tempting. Ooh, right there, I saw for a second, just near those humans. Where did it go? I saw some gold. The gold is gone. There was some, I promise. Yeah, we could settle in here maybe. A temperate desert. Not even desert is it, it's just a rocky wasteland. Well, that's a bit different. But a desert would be nice. We haven't done a desert in a while. And there's like a desert next to an ocean, which is amazing. We could settle in there. There's a temperate freshwater lake surrounded by badlands. That's tempting. It's pretty, the metals are pretty bad though. Up here we have some little rivers and whatnot. Untamed wilds as well, which is pretty fun. Iron and gold. Could have a lot of gold in that fortress. Let's see. I'm certain there was gold in here somewhere. And just the fact that I can't see it now. It's very disturbing. But that's all. Badlands. Not even sand. Not even a proper desert. What do we got over here? We have a huge amount of white sand. But there's only humans and goblins. No elves nearby. And we're very far from most dwarven civs. So I'm not sure how good that'd be. Let's see, what else we got? We have megatons of swamps down this way. Megatons. But yeah, I'm thinking like we could go here. Let's see, elves, humans and goblins. Not much in the way of metals other than iron, which isn't very good. Down here, iron, silver and copper, just in case we haven't gotten bored enough of tetrahedrite. There is some extra. Oh my god, tetrahedrite, please leave us alone, I'm sorry. Iron and silver? I mean, that could be fun. Iron and gold? Yeah, I'm really feeling like a river now. I would like to do an underground river fortress, you know? Iron and gold is nice there, but there's untamed wilds and undead. Oh my goodness. Over here will just be untamed wild. We might have a little bit of drama from those two towers. Let's see. There's a lot of river along here which would be nice, but the humans have already gobbled it. The river gobblers have already arrived. I mean, well, is that a main river? Just a stream. Just a stream, I got too excited. 2 streams, 3 streams, and it's all just iron and flagstone only, which is such a pity, because it would have been nice to settle in otherwise. Over here we have some more streams with iron. So many streams and rivers everywhere. Look at all of this. I think there, that is a fort, an enemy fort, an angry fort, carmine oil. Could be probably humans there. Just having a look. Let's see, iron everywhere. Iron, silver and copper is very tempting, but I tell you, I'm no longer a villain boy. I refuse. Down this way, there's so many rivers. Wow, they've given us such a selection, huh? There's even rivers coming through these badlands. Although one thing I've noticed is there's not much good biomes. There's plenty of evil biomes coming off the Necromancer Towers, but not much in the way of good biomes. How about over here? We did see that gold at some point. So we have rocky wastelands next to badlands. Rocky wastelands have iron, silver, and copper, and the wastelands have copper, which means that's malachite, which is lovely green. We also have a secret beach with silver and copper. We have lead down there. And silver and copper. I mean, you could go for copper and then just like a little kiss of maybe a tetrahedrite or something as well. Because we could also get glass from all this, which would be interesting. And also untamed wilds on the beach there. Oh, spooky. Ah, there's the gold. It's a tiny little lump up this way. Ah, that tells me we kind of want to embark. If we embark up here or something, we'll get copper from here, and all the iron and gold from up this way. Oh, abort. Hold on, I misclicked there. So yeah, so there's lots of gold. So iron gold is great, and copper just below it. But I'd really like to have a little bit of a river as well. So copper. There's a big lump of iron and silver and copper just above just the normal copper. I mean, we could go here. So there's a little bit of gold up there, and the silver's just around that region. So copper, silver and copper. Where'd you go, you fiend? You used to be able to, in previous versions of Dwarf Fortress, you could make the different biomes show up, so you can see which biomes have your different like gold and stuff in it. Yeah, I'm thinking up here. We'll just have to get our river from the light aquifer, which is fine. Yeah. So we've got elves, humans, and goblins. We're not too far from our dwarven parents. Should be pretty good. Actually, just before we embark, let's zoom out a wee bit, because we're in there somewhere. Just want to make sure our origin sieve isn't somewhere broken. Oh, we're just up there, that's fine. That's like 9,000 population, that's fine. Let's go back in here again. There's a lot of copper. And if I remember, we were just up here, weren't we? Because there's our gold, and a wee bit further down is all our copper. Yeah, I think something like this would be pretty good. Let's see, light aquifer, I love it. Salt water, that's fine. Now, enemies to hard, economy, we'll just leave it on normal. We can fancy stuff up in our own time, but let's do our usual. Let's come down here, find these cavern invaders, and turn them both off. Thank you. Done. And let's just go. I have an extremely powerful coffee today. Because just before I started streaming, I was a bit sleepy, but I thought, no, extremely powerful coffee is the way forward. So, we probably won't be able to get any farming going on the surface at all. Because you see how there's nothing growing here? That means nothing will grow here. No, not even the faintest seed will take sprout in our farm fields if you put them on the surface. So that's no fancy wines. We're gonna have to dig down underground and make horrible, disgusting dwarven mushroom wines. I'm keen though. We also have some animals. We might just flat out butcher the lot of them. Anything that's grazer, we might just butcher immediately. If we don't have anything for them to eat, then there's no point trying to keep them alive. Hey, Transfem, hello. So I was just checking your emotes, I was like, wait, is that a Joel emote? But no, it's someone else's. A dwarven outpost. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh track has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Estesh is stuck on. There's almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plough or hook, provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you. But it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the warriors of Zolga. The warriors of Zolga get hungry. Well, that's a new one. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Ishtanamosh. Smithgleams. Smithgleams, that's pretty good. I know, it's cool, right? So, let's have a look at our map before we unpause. Zoom out a wee bit. So you can see, our promise of having a nice sandy beach was a lie. We have a rock beach made of conglomerate. Damn it. We do have some clay up here, so we might get some clay going on once we hit the lava. Over here we have a bit of more sandy clay. Sandy clay everywhere, mudstone on the surface. Okay, so we're definitely going to be a clay fortress. Pottery everywhere. I was wondering where our sand is though. We were promised sand by this game. Sandy clay and clay lime. Well, alright. So sand is something we'll stumble across eventually. But let's dig in, shall we? This entire pillar here looks amazing. Just on the map, it's just hope. I love it. But let's tuck in over here, just where we're parked up. It seems pretty good. So we'll do our usual trick, just dig straight down. Chip down like maybe 20 levels and see where that gets us. Oh, wrong one, there we go. But yeah, I would love, very early on, maybe once we hit about 50 dwarfs, I would love to start working on an underground river and have a whole fort themed about this river. Oh, we've already hit soggy stone. Well, there's our sand, which is nice. So we've gone through clay, into sand, then directly into water. Now that's a problem actually. If that's salty clay, we won't get rock from it, which means we can't smooth it. So what we need to do, so we'll come down this way. Because this is conglomerate, and if we're lucky, oh, there's some tetrahedrite. Yeah, cool. So what we'll do is we're going to dig just a little bit down here, just near the beach, just to get some rocks out so we can use it to kind of punch through the aquifer. So we'll just dig a nice wee channel. There we go. Oh, nope, this is an aquifer. Damn it. And the rate this is flowing in, I'm tempted to claim this is a heavy aquifer, which sucks. But oh, we were not warned about a heavy aquifer. This embark has gotten 500 times more complicated than it was. Now hopefully our dwarves will be able to punch through that little lump over there, get that rubble out, because we really need to start mining down now. Yeah, so there's 2s and 3s, which is not the greatest. We might set this to high priority just to get our dwarves just knocking through this a bit faster. There they come. So this is all just clay, which won't be great, but we can manage. Yep. All just clay. So we'll mine around the edge of it. Oh, it's only 1Z level deep from the looks of things. There's a little bit of a splash up here, but not too bad. Alright, let's do some building. Do we not have 4? Jeez. You dwarves better hurry up. We have 2 there. Come on, dwarves. We need 4. Actually, we need lots more. Lots more than 4. Let's actually get... I know I have a spare pick, so let's get this mason helping out, huh? Can we do our first block? Nope. Can we at least do a little bit of it? So it's quite nice that the aquify is so thin though. It's gonna make things much easier for us. Over here, things are coming along. Let's see if we can't do a little bit more, as much as we can. Every little bit helps. We have not even 3, we have 2. Oh, and we hit some more of our fantastic dolomite down here. And apparently some tetrahedrite. Oh, water's flowing down the staircase, I saw that. Now, can we do a little bit more? There's some mudstone. Mudstone's not the most amazing colour. It's sort of like a greyish sort of a colour, but it'll help do the job. Meanwhile, up here, in the dangerous area, can we finish this up? Hopefully we can. We might have a bit of wetness down here occasionally. It shouldn't be too bad. It'll evaporate pretty quickly, I'd say. Oh, my jacket's suddenly so toasty. And we've made it down to the bottom, which is great. All the way down to -20. We will start building our base. So, that is a tiny aquify. It's so good. Linux, hello! Why do I always do the 2x2 staircase for my initial staircase? That's a good question, pretty much. There's other better ways to do it, to be honest. There's ways that limit how often dwarves see each other when they walk up and down. Like you'll see blind does like a pattern where it's like the one in the middle. And then one around the edges like this. And this is pretty much the fastest way for your dwarves to pathfind around. I do it just in a 2x2 because I'm lazy. There's no other reason. I'm lucky enough that I have a nice and fast enough computer that I can sort of get away with this sort of nonsense. So it's alright. Now, let's start doing ourselves. Just a nice wee initial batch of bedrooms. Oh, that's a bit massive. Hold on now. And let's see. We did another 3 up here, because one of those will be an office. And one of these will be an office as well, so we kind of need 4 up here. There we go. Let's start mining this connecting area out. It'll take our dwarves a wee while to get this all done, but we have plenty of time. I think one part will be sort of a wild area, but seeing as there's no trees to cut, and I'll be turning off our fisher dwarfs fairly shortly, we should be fine. You play on a bit of a toaster. So you have to be conscious of the transfer between the 2 for saves. Oh yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so that staircase configuration I showed you before, that'll actually help you out quite a bit. That does give you a pretty decent speed increase. There we go. Digging around these rooms. So these will be a handful of bedrooms for our starters, and 2 offices. Oh, we've struck some sardonyx as well. Oh, just over there, nice red gem. Now 2 humped camel is fighting. Well, we know we have 2 humped camels on the map. We can get some camel milk eventually. That'll be fun. I think the other thing we really want now is we want our very first workshop. We'll pop down just a nice wee stoneworkers workshop down here. And we also want to get our hands on a bit of wood for beds. It's not too bad though. We just let me just remember to turn off fishing. Just for now. We can turn it back on later if we feel like it. Ah, this is done. Cool, let's get our chair. But yeah, worst comes to worst for beds, we can just dig down into the cabins and snag ourselves a handful of mushrooms. Where's that throwing? Right there. Get one of those, and you'll use that to turn one of these into a nice wee little office. Sardonyx everywhere on this floor, I love it. Oh man. Gotta say Monday, out of all the days to work, Monday's quite nice for me these days. Get to work from home, and on top of that, once I'm done working, I slip straight into a stream. It's good, man. It is good. Oh. I see our dog is lost in its battle against the horrific camel menace. People are digging out, so that there is looking like a good spot for an office. So let's bop in a chair. And we might actually put in a manual order for a door, just for fun. There we go. A bit of citrine. Ooh, tasty. Just up there. So it's a kind of almost a light orangish colour, and a very deep red from those rough sardonyxes. A lot of those we will sell to the elves, because we do need a bit of the old here comes our door. But no, we do need a bit of good trade goods for the elves. And a good way to start off with that is gems. We could also just like spam out 100 billion crafts. But you don't get as much value from crafts as you do from gems. Is that door done? I think it is. There we go. We can turn this into an office. Set that to multi. There we go. And now we can get our manager, and with a manager things start getting much easier. Manager, who are we going to do? Let's see. Our expedition leader. And we'll give them that office. There we go. And now we can ask for... Let's see, let's get ourselves some thrones and tables. And apparently, the good old next update for Dwarf Fortress is very, very close. Like, I think there's potentially a new beta branch open that has the latest update on it, and they're just fixing the last of the bugs, which will be cool. WFH is the best. Oh, it is. It is so much. Oh, we double tabled. Pardon me. So yeah, once they've dug most of this out, we're going to get them to continue digging down till we hit these cabins and get ourselves some wood. We can get wood from this wagon, but it's only like 4 pieces. Oh, I've got to remember to hotkey this. And this will be our main floor. Oh, I see. That's very interesting. I've heard a good tip, by the way. Pause your game before you start typing, and you get less of those little weird hotkey issues. People are chewing away, working on these little bedrooms and whatnot. We also need to get ourselves our jeweler's workshop. These are just like temporary spots. We'll move these to other locations later on. Oh, we've hit damp stone. Oh, just down here. Oh no, we're right on the edge of an aquifer. Well, that's fun and dangerous. I love it. And while we're working on that, we're going to put in another order. Just jump down to like maybe -70. We should hit a cabin by then. And maybe we also would like a craft dwarf's workshop. So BA, and we'll get into our crafts. And we'll just pop that just where there's some space right up there. Seems pretty good. And that'll be good because it'll get us access to our nice wee rock pots and whatnot, and some crafts and some mugs. That'll make for some happy dwarfs. But for now, let's get our gems coming in. So cut gems, thank you. Oh, not like large gems. Rough gems, there we are. Boy, that's getting tasty. So they'll come down and I'll start mining that out shortly. They're just finishing up over here, and we have it's like the tiniest whisker of an aquifer just sneaking on by. Let's pop in our chair, just here. Slap in a door. We have no doors. Let's put in an order for some rock doors. So we'll have a lot of clay coming into this fortress. We'll have sand as well, for lots and lots of glass. It's going to be fun. No dwarves are mining away. Now while that's going on, we have some hungry animals up here. So let's build ourselves a butcher's workshop. And maybe a tannery, just to stop that the leather from rotting if we can. And then we can just butcher all these animals. Eventually we'll get new animals, but so we don't want to have our dwarves smelling all this rotting animal miasma. So we'll give these a bit of a butcher. Our dwarves will come down and then mine to one square and then thought, yeah, that'll do. Thank you very much, dwarves. People are sleeping on the floor amidst piles of gems. Yeah, I think a lot of our dwarves are having sleeps at the moment. There we go. Animals are being butchered. We actually want to build ourselves. There's a very small kitchen up here, just to kind of turn that that stuff into biscuits. Not even proper meals, just biscuits. And we're just gonna say, so it's just easy meals to get you biscuits. And we'll say, we'll just do 10 for now. And we'll make sure to come in here and say, do not cook our drinks, you fiends. We have lots of meat though. And someone's even done a whole bunch of fishing and brought in some black bullheads. Nice. We're going to say don't cook our plump helmets for now either. There's a lot of fish and stuff, they can use that. Bit more sardonyx. Hey Fagoth, hello. How you go? Ooh, siltstone. That is a nice stone color. Actually, that's really good for floors. We are going to make heaps of siltstone blocks eventually. Not so much claystone. And let's make sure we keep our gem workers working. And do we have a door? We do, look at that. Oh, there's our gold. There's our gold. All we need now is just a little bit of malachite. And by a little bit, I mean like a megaton. You wish it was Friday, you get to work in 5 hours. Ooh, rough times. Yeah, I've just finished work about an hour and a half. No, exactly an hour ago myself. And Fagoth would love to be a dwarf. Can you be one of the happy four who can handle stress? Of course. Let's have a look. Who's good at handling stress? Often feels discouraged. She can handle stress. There we go. The first one we find, Aiden the miner. She'll be exactly what you're looking for. Oop. There we go. Fagoth the miner. She does not generally seek retribution for past wrongs. She tries to keep her things orderly. She isn't given to flights of fancy, and she doesn't try to get things done perfectly. She doesn't mind a little bit of tumult and discord in day-to-day living, and she has an active sense of humour. She finds obligations confining, although she is conflicted by this, for more than one reason. She doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges, and she has a noticeable lack of perseverance. She has a greedy streak, and she often feels discouraged. She often feels envious of others, and generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. She's often cheerful and she can handle stress. Her hands become animated when she gets angry, and she gnaws her cheek when she's annoyed. May she be a legendary miner? Oh, she probably will be very quickly. In Fagoth likes Elenite, brass, bloodstone, chicken leather, pigtail paper, clouds, hey that's cool. Short swords, leather armor, cabinets, amulets, alpacas for their wool. And apparently in real life alpacas have really nice soft wool, like amazingly soft wool. Skunkmen for their distinctive striping, and let's see, the sound of the just zenith and the sight of the mirth of larks. When possible, she prefers to consume rambutan wine. She absolutely detests worms. You used yarn made from it. Nice. That's awesome, actually. And we have marble. Ooh. I don't think we have iron here, do we? So I'll have to import iron, which is fine. That can be a lot of fun, actually. I'm down to 44. We still haven't hit the cabins yet. So I'll have to see when we get that little announcement. Actually, can you guys give me 2 minutes? I'll pop you into BRB mode and I'll just take off my jacket. It's very toasty where I am. Be back in just a second. There we go. If only they might make yaks have the ability to be shared, you'd be satisfied. Yeah, I think we can only get yak leather, right? And our dwarves, even though they've been digging so hard, still haven't punched through into the cabins. We're getting granite though. Granite looks nice, plus it's usually quite full of gems. And up here on the surface, we are getting biscuits. Dwarves love to eat prepared food much more than they like to eat just, unprocessed food. So even though we're only getting them biscuits, they'll feel a little bit happier. And we'll make it a little food stockpile just over here. Man, still no cabins. That is actually impressive. And let's have a look at the other animals wandering around. Just some ravens. You'd love to see fox fur becoming a shareable thing and more valuable. Yes, that'd be nice. Although at this point, I'd be happy if like honey and beeswax was made valuable. Currently, it's like some of the lowest value stuff you can get in the game. It's a real pity. There we go. And there's our biscuits. Black bullhead biscuits. Not very heavy, not worth a whole lot, but it'll keep our dwarves in there happy. I was just doing it to try and chew through this meat as quick as possible. It's like 90 meat. Maybe we should get lavish meals going. There we go. That'll chew through our meat. Now poor old dwarfs are still digging. Still pushing through the granite. We have still not hit... We're down to negative 70. This thing only goes to a negative 120 something. And we still have not hit even one cabin. We may have bypassed one. Let's just keep punching down. Worst comes to worst, we accidentally get down to the magma. That'd be pretty fun. Actually, it might be worth getting into modding for that for some of that sort of stuff, because having like, fox fur and stuff be worth, or being first off being shareable, but also being worth a wee bit. That'd be kind of cool. I wonder how hard that'd be to implement. Because I think it'd just be editing iron eyes and stuff, wouldn't it? Could be fun. There's so much granite. It's like 20 levels of granite or something crazy. Down here, how deep's our ocean, by the way? Oh, we'll get some fishes, some herrings. So 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels, just a little edge here down at level 4 of the ocean. Not bad, really. But yeah, once we get those little, once we hit those caverns, man, we can chop some trees and get ourselves some beds. It'll be fantastic. In the meantime, let's get ourselves a bookkeeper to begin with. This planter, there we go. We'll make sure to give them an office over here. Where are you, bookkeeper? There we go. Mebza is now going to start calculating the wealth of the fortress. At the moment it won't be worth too much, but we'll get there. So, meanwhile, down in the depths, down at -82, we can still not hit the caverns. No way have we passed through 2 sets of caverns. We have struck some rutile. Like just down here, a horrific yellow colour. Yeah, there's something weird going on with our caverns maybe. Either we're just digging right through a massive pillar, or more than likely the caverns are going to be squashed right above the magma sea, just all smashed together. You get that sometimes. Oh, and by the way, 250 years old, so we have lots of necromancers. Try the sneaky cavern detection trick. We could do. Although I've got to say, I do like looking for the cavern sort of like naturally. And Transform, coming in to grab another of the dwarves. What sort of dwarf are you feeling today? Our miner is currently already chosen, but you can have any of the other starting 7. Always a farmer? Awesome stuff. There we go. Now let's have a look. We don't have any farmers. Our bookkeeper used to be a planter. Like if we look at this old lad, proficient planter, they're probably the closest we have to a farmer at this point. So we could give you that, or if you want, I can refund you and you can wait until the next migration wave. Hey Anthoric, how you going? How's the lake? Oh, you mean the ocean from last time? We have a new fortress now. Our previous fortress sadly got a wee bit corrupted and keep crashing in winter. So we've generated a whole new world up to the year 250. And we're getting a new fortress. But yeah, so let me know, Transform. If you want to like wait till later, that's fine too. It's now summer. We're still digging down. We're just hitting -85 at the moment. Oh, and by the way, if people haven't tried it before, there's a few ways to do it. I think this is the way you do it. You did it, wasn't it? And you just sort of scroll down, and eventually it'll tell you. There we go. So yeah, this is what Transform's talking about with using the secret cavern detection trick. So you come up to anywhere. I started from the surface, right? And I dragged out a big farm plot. And then I started scrolling down while we're still dragging out this farm plot, and we come down. And as we start coming down, we keep an eye out. And we can see, just near the staircase, quite deep down. At least we could see before. Has it gone? Has the underground disappeared? Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so we see the farms are down at -99. That's very scary. So that tells us there's an empty space down on -99. You just take a female dwarf. Alrighty. So we have our expedition leader Ustu. We have a metal crafter Reg up here. And we have Aban, the woodworker. Such small caverns, I know. It's going to be interesting working down there. They're great for hiding the little stuff. Woodworker sounds good. Awesome. Here's our apron. Also known as Transfem. There we go, Transfem the Woodworker. 82 years old. In love with Atis. If you have a task, do it properly, she says. Let's have a look at your personality. So Transfem, she has a great kinesthetic sense and the ability to focus. But she has bad intuition, poor empathy, little willpower, and little natural inclination towards music. She tends not to reveal personal information, but she is quite ambitious, and she has a sense of duty. She is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger, and she tends to form only tenuous emotional bonds with others. She tends to avoid any physical confrontation, and she works to square this natural tendency with her respect of martial prowess. She doesn't handle stress well, and she tends to assume the worst of two outcomes will be the one that comes to pass. She tries to do things correctly each and every time. She's a friendly individual, and she has an active imagination. All those unmet needs are things you did this week? Really? That's awesome. Being extravagant, having a good meal, acquiring stuff, thinking abstractly, helping people out. That's pretty good. Let's have a look at your preferences, huh? So, Transfem likes quartzite, billin, chrysoberyl, crambola woodwood, dog leather, barrel splints, giant mask oxen for their strength, and the sounds of the azure trumpets. When possible, she prefers to consume fisherberry wine, rye flour, and saguaro fruit. She absolutely detests slugs. Now, the only concern I have with us having a very shallow cavern right at the bottom is that, well, oh, green tourmaline. Don't mind if I do. But yeah, so with shallow well, not shallow, but very thin caverns, you won't get as much trees from them. And seeing as we live in like a rocky wasteland, we need some wood, man. Coming off of medication, which has been great because your eyes hurt so much less. But your focus has disappeared entirely. Ah, that's a pity. And your memory's gotten better. Oh, dude, heaven. I would be keen for good memory. We are complaining about the lack of cookable items, but I disagree with that. There's a lot of cookable items. We extract some more green tourmaline. Don't mind if I snag some of that as well. Now dwarfs are still digging down. We're at -101 though. Our fort's near huge bodies of water, my speciality? Not really. I just generally ended up near them a couple of times. And saying that, we are going to fluff around with the aquifer in a wee while though. You now remember conversations from 2012 that you had not thought about in years, verbatim. Really? That is cool. There's a massive improvement to memory. Hey, Kingarin123 with a follow, thanks so much. That is super appreciated. And we've hit down to 109. I'm surprised we haven't actually hit magma at this point. Ooh, look at those gems, the size of those beasts. We'll snag a bit of that. So, seeing as we did cheat a wee while ago, and we do know that on level 99 there's something down here, we are going to mine off this way. Usually I don't cheat like that, but someone brought it up and I was like, yeah, I'll show it off. Just in case people hadn't seen it before. There we go. You've discovered an expansive cavern deep, deep underground. -99, and we have floor fungus. Floor fungus is part of cavern number 1. Oh, it's not too shallow, it's just kind of weirdly spiky. Oh, it's quite deep. I think we just got lucky. That comes up to like -64, all the way down to like -99. That is wild. It's magma, just rock fondue. Oh, it almost is. What were the Gorons eating again in Tears of the Kingdom? That marble rock roast? It's pretty much on that level, right? Usually there's just one fungus at a time. So there's one fungus at a time per cavern layer. So dense floor fungus is usually on cavern layer 1. And then you have the, I think the red one next, or the blue one next, and then one down, and the one below it. So usually you have 3 separate caverns. 4 fungus? You need to fungus 4? You certainly do every day fungus 4. So, let's find a good little spot to farm in to begin with. Oh, see this? This is 1 level. This is perfect for farming, actually. So we'll push through this little gap over here. And then we'll set up a farm in here, and we're also going to keep an eye out for trees. There's a few around. And we'll only need like just a couple. Is that 1Z level as well? We are so spoiled. Jesus. Let's grab some trees over here as well. Is there a difference, or is that aesthetic? Yeah, it's just aesthetic. So it just looks different. There's no other difference. And you can use it for just telling how many cavern layers you've discovered. We could expect to find 2 more, but with this being -99, I don't know. Like, I'd expect to have magma down here somewhere at some point. It's a very peaceful looking cavern layer. Yes, it is, at least. Until we get various forgotten beasts wandering in. But we should have some time before that. We should be fine. We only have some ravens about at the moment. You wonder where the horrible Gribblies are? They'll be on their way. They'll probably start off with, let's see, maybe some crundles roaming about. Oh, roast gourds, good times. And then maybe some troglodytes from wandering in. There we go. Now we're in the caverns properly. So, let's seal this up a little bit. So you see how we've breached here, and this kind of comes up weirdly. So I'm thinking we want to kind of seal this off. So what we'll do is we'll mine this out, and then we'll build floors all around this area to seal that little lump there. Yeah, that should get us going. And we will want some walls around here. So what I'm doing, you see how I'm clicking up and down? I'm just seeing where that really thin piece of the cavern is. So we can see that just up here, you see that? That is perfect. So we can build a big section of wall over this way. And it really lets us seal things out really easily. Now we can also build, we may as well build all the way across, and then we can just floor off that little edge there. That'll do. And I'm just telling them to build with anything they have at hand at the moment. We'll pretty it up later. There'll be plenty of time for that. And we'll wall this up as well. And a little bit there. Yeah, and we'll wall that up eventually. We just need to kind of clean up that first. And we'll knock a hole, I think, over here, because that should let us get to the rest of the caverns pretty easily, I'm assuming. Yeah, perfect. So, we will cancel that. Eventually, we'll pop in a door. Yeah, should be pretty nice. And if we go down deep enough, we'll hit magma. If we can get our little kilns going on, we'll get some silver coming up, maybe some gold as well. Drink's starting to look a bit worrying, but we should be fine. There is cavern layer number 2, from the sounds of things. No, this is number 3. This is underlichen, or underlichen. This is the red stuff. It is on the deepest cavern layer. And a negative 115 is crazy to me. And it comes up to about here apparently. So somewhere in between that and this, we'll have another cavern somewhere. Oh, that's one thing we can do. Let me jump back down here. And we'll bookmark this as a cabin. So, this will be cabin 3. And up here, we'll actually just call this the farms. There we go. Green tourmaline's been struck once again, more gems are being cut, and people are cancelling, or at least suspending the construction of several walls. Cancelled that one. Just so they work on this one here instead. There we go. Might actually just knock a little bit of floor in there instead, I think. And mine are falling asleep on the construction site. Come on now. There's our wood over there, we can get some beds going now. And we're flooring all of this up for maximum safety. Oh, there goes our wood. But yeah, let's get a good stack of beds in. There we go. I see we have a cave swallow flying about down there. They've trundled off. I'm trying to pause it so we can look at them. Yeah, cave swallow. So we can't click on that, they're just a vermin. So they kind of blink in and out of existence. But eventually a cat will come down and eat them. Oh, don't do it. Cancel that one. Do it, that one. Perfect. Perfect. You legend. Let's seal that back up again. There we go. Resume that construction. I think that got suspended because the lad was sleeping on top of it. We're down to 28 rings. It's not the end of the world, but it is a bit hair raising. Oh, you know what we can do? Back down here. Let's build ourselves a little woodworker's workshop. Here's our carpenter's workshop. And just pop it up in that little edge there. Eventually we'll make things... No, actually, we won't pop it up there. We will mine a space out for it. Because we're civilized. Oh. Where'd that go? So we're knocking a nice big space for our carpenter's workshops over here. There we go. We'll get our miners something to work on, and we'll pop in a door over here, and fairly shortly we're going to start building mechanisms and getting some traps just around here, just to grab the odd underground wild animal. So other things to keep an eye out when you're looking around in the caverns is you try and figure out if there's water, and if there is water, where it is. There's lots of trees. This comes down to -104, huh? Impressive. There's lots of trees, but there's not, as far as I can tell, a lot of water. Maybe we'll be luckier down here. I mean, this place, humongous. Oh, very squiggly up here. Maybe there's not water down here either. That's right, worst comes to worst, we have an entire aquifer. We can get water from there. Oh no, there's some water. We can use that for fishing, for our hospitals, for 101 different things. That is actually pretty good. Now over here, there's one level deep, which is cool. So what we'll do here, we'll mine that out, build a wall there, and then replace that with a door and lock it. Also, we still haven't found magma. We're -150 now. Here's our first migration wave. Not a massive one, it's brought us up to 10 dwarfs now. But hey, not a single one of those dwarfs is a child. We've got a doctor, a spinner, and a legendary carpenter. And look at that white beard. Amazing. It's coming together. We just get that sorted and we'll be good to go. Up here, this has been mined out. Let's get a little bit of flooring up here as well. There we go. Once that's sealed up, that's going to make it impossible to reach this little area. Yeah, so our next big goal is just to get that magma happening now. A really quick way and good way to improve the wealth of your fortress, which attracts migrants, is to just get some metal flooring going on. And then you can engrave it, maybe put some pillars around as well. Oh, there we go. Warm stone. Negative at 19. Let's mine down another bit, just in one spot, just to see if we can't hit that magma. And up here, this has been mined out. So let's pop in a nice bit of a wall. We'll make it out of some granite because it's right next to us. And we'll pop in a door that we can lock up for safety. Meanwhile over here, hey, this has been mined out and we've hit some more green tourmaline. I almost pronounce that differently every time I say it now. Amazing. Now, in here, we're going to do just a couple of carpenters. There we go. And just to the north of them, just a little wood stockpile. We've also struck some squirrel. Well, we haven't. Our cat's seen it as it's been running around in the depths and then in the darkness. But yeah, this will be nice. We'll actually get some farms going in here now, I'm thinking. So. Here's our farm plots. And we'll just sort of pop them around the place. We'll have to mine out a separate area for paddocks for our animals, but that's fine. It's not too hard to do. But that there should be enough food to last our fort for a good long time. So our dwarves are having problems with our last little bit of meat there. So let's pop off to the kitchen. They don't want to make stuff out of yak kidneys, yak meat, or yak tripe. Why not? Yak tripe is good tripe. Here's our first farm. We'll turn that into some cave wheat. And seeing as all our major farms are down here, we're also going to have our kitchens down here. So kitchens will be in that sort of an area. And you know, we'll make the area look a bit more nice and organic, as you do. There we go. And we'll smooth that out a bit, pull that back a wee bit, and that will be a nice place for us to make meals and occasionally do some brewing. Oh, we could also, if we're really cool, also put in like a door or two. There we go. Yeah, we're all sealed up there now with a bit of granite. Monsters can now only come through this, and eventually we'll get traps set up there. It'll be great. Hey Trotsky, hello, hello. So it'll take a wee while to mine out. We have enough, barely enough drink. Once we mine out a little 3x3, we'll probably put in a tavern, not a tavern, sorry, a still. Almost there. There we go. We'll pop the still. Actually, I wouldn't mind popping it a wee bit further across. Come on. Actually, that there's pretty good. We'll make it out of tower cap. Sounds quite nice, actually. Yes. And that there will finally get us just a few drinkies. And all those plants will turn into brews very quickly, which will get us lots and lots of seeds. Talking about seeds, let's get ourselves some plum helmets, some sweet pods, and quarry bushes. I was wondering what that was. It kind of just warped in at the top there. That was spooky. I was like, is that a rendering error? Is the game having a moment? But no, apparently it's just fine. There we go, there's our still. Well, let's get our drinks happening. So we're just going to brew from plant. And we're going to say, if there is food storage items and there's fermentable plants, then start going ham. We're also going to ask for rock pots now. There we go. And with that, we'll do, if there's not many empty large rock pots, then make some more. There's our 10 beds, enough for every one of our dwarfs. We'll just slam those in. So that's enough for our original 7, we've got to make 3 more bedrooms, but that's okay. Get some doors in as well. And we'll do some bedrooms, maybe over this way. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting keen to get that river going there. It's going to look nice, I reckon. Oh man, Dr. Nick, there is a reference I have not heard since I was a kid. I think Dr. Nick used to be probably one of my favourite characters from The Simpsons, man. It's always a little bit silly, but also always a little bit shady. 10 out of 10. There we go, people are rushing about now. We're getting things coming along. They're still not wanting to turn that meat into big dinners for us, which is weird. Drinks are getting a bit worrying, but our dwarves should start brewing fairly shortly. Let's see, someone over here, our bookkeeper. No job at the moment, but I'm certain at some point they'll start working hard. That's your way to make work orders. Slap down a workshop close to where the work is needed. Make the work order right there in the workshop. Some people love doing that, right? I do that a little bit. I recently started doing it for, if I want a specific type of block, I'll do the same sort of thing. It does speed things up a wee bit. But for the most part, I'm just like, I just go through here, just fire and forget. The game will take care of itself. I'm sure it'll be fine. Here comes our rock pots. We'll also put in an order for some mugs. Not heaps, just the basic 10. So now our dwarves can grab themselves a quick cuppa if they get a bit thirsty. Oh, and let's turn these into bedrooms, huh? There's 3. Another 3. Oh, come on, you can do it. There we go. There's our 4 bedrooms. Basic bedrooms at the moment, but we'll get there. Ooh, citrine. Oh, just over there. Nice. We'll be mining through that anyway. Actually, I wonder. Do you reckon our miners hit that lava? They didn't. They got near to it though. Spooky. A dog and a buzzard are fighting. Yeah, we got some buzzards. And the dogs are having the time of their lives. Oh, I think the buzzard tried to steal some biscuits. Yep, someone's tidied them away again. Once we get down here, and this thing gets mined up properly, we will get a bit of a food storage situation going on. I think our miners are just a bit busy at the moment. Is it a cave spider? I saw you sneaking around. Our plants are slowly but surely coming in. And we will get some some wee little spinny lads at some point to do a bit of grinding. We could even bring a bit of a river down through here to get some power coming up to do some auto milling or some powered milling. It's gonna be nice. I see cats have been killing cave spiders. That's not a cave spider, that must be a bat. Not even a cave bat, just a normal bat. By the way, down here, there's a good chance we turn this into farming as well. Because that is just 1Z level and it looks amazingly good for farming. We could, other than that, we could stuff hundreds and hundreds of animals down here. Because it'd be really easy to seal up. That is tempting. We could cover this all up. And put a little hatch there. And then just cover those up with some walls. Put a wall there. And then all of this belongs to us. The reason why I won't do it at the moment, our doors for the most part are pretty busy. Actually not too busy. Let's get on this, shall we? And let's see, we'll do it. Actually we will do it out of fungi wood. I don't think we'll have enough fungi wood to do all of it, but oh no, we have perfectly the right amount. We'll cancel that one there, just to let us through. We'll eventually build a hatch there. We can actually ask one. The rock hatch, there we go. The dog and the buzzards are still fighting. This is why we ran out of dogs so quickly. Oh, this is coming along, there we go. And wolves, if you get a moment, could you come up like this way? Just get us a little bit of food storage, you know. And eventually what I'd like to do with this is I would like to get like a little minecart that brings food from here up to the surface. I think that'd be pretty good, really. But yeah man, our farms are slowly but surely coming along. And we're brewing, look at that dwarven wine pot. Perfect. Oh, this ended up being not useful wood. Let's change that. There we go. That's the one part. Look at this lad sprinting on by. A various mixture of bricks and whatnot. We'll eventually beautify that. I promise. How are we doing up here? Ooh, this is set up in good go. Let's get some beds in. The last of our beds, actually. Perfect. And some rock doors. Oh, we're out of doors. Well. There we are. Another 10 doors for now. Cave wheat for beer? For beer, but also, if you mill it, you get dwarven flour. And you can use it for cooking. And it's worth a little bit more than just normal cave wheat. So you can mill cave wheat, you can mill, I think, rock nuts as well. And you can process sweet pods. And sweet pods get you sugar. I think rock nuts will get you, I think those get you actually syrup if you process those. Something like that anyway. I usually just go like, farms go, and then ignore them for the most part. Is it oil for nuts? I don't think it's oil from the rock nuts. You could be right, but I think you get I think it's syrup from the rock nuts, and yet I know you get dye from your dimple caps. Or is it quarry bushes that get you syrup? It's one of the two. I'd have to double check. It's Monday after work for me, so my brain is running at 20% capacity, as you can probably tell. But it's alright. It is oil from rock nuts, syrup from sweet pods. Ah, there we go. Oh man. It has been a good and relaxing day today. Just happily doing a bit of work. Read a little bit of was it 15 Hours, which is a novel from Black Library, which is the Warhammer 40k thing. I got a PDF of it sitting on my computer. Well, not a PDF, like an EPUB or whatever. I bought it from the official site. There we go. And this one is wanting to be fallow. We'll swap this into plump helmets. That is doing rock nuts, but we'll swap that into quarry bushes. And up there. Oh, you were doing plump helmets? Well, then you continue with plump helmets and you can become pigtails. There we go. Over here. We are out of cave wheat seeds. Well, we're out of cave wheat, but that'll get replanted at some point, I'm certain. The stream needs a brain capacity meter. You're probably right. No, our buzzard meat. Why? Where did we even get buzzard meat from in the first place? Did someone just find like a dead buzzard lying on the floor and butcher it? That's pretty hefty. Here we go, this is coming together. That'll get our food off the surface, which will stop the buzzards from being tempted. Now, do you reckon? Do we have a hatch cover? Apparently we do. There we go. More rock pots have been completed, which means our drinks will keep increasing. We're already at 75. 75 is not bad for a little population of 10 dwarves. You know, down in the depths, our dwarves haven't actually done too much down here. I think our miners are just so busy. Let's lock this up too, just for safety reasons. Oh, green tourmaline. Okay. So, we will get proper workshops in here fairly shortly. We just need to get this done first. Is that more tourmaline? It is. Man, so many gems. It's fantastic. We have lots of plump helmet spawn waiting to be planted. We have lots of dwarven wine sitting about in different dwarven pots. 25 drinks of wine in one pot. Perfect. We have 0 unhappy dwarves so far, which isn't too bad to be honest. One thing we could do though, we could come out. Well, first off, let's get some dwarves coming in. But I was going to say, we could create ourselves just a small shrine for our poor old dwarves. Because they probably would like to have a little bit of time for contemplation and prayer. So let's nip in maybe over this way. Doesn't it be anything too hardcore for your first little shrine. There we go. So for whatever reason, your dwarves seem to have a habit of refusing to use rock pots. Any suggestions for how to get them to use it? So what do you mean for refusing? Are they just saying they can't find him? Or are they saying... Yeah, like, are they even giving you an error, or are they just not getting filled? Because they should be using rock pots in place of barrels. They should be using those interchangeably. Although it is a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan of the Cudgel of Squashing. From the Cudgel of Squashing is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious craft dwarfs. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. So, they have turned up. We do not have a trade depot though. So we'll come up way up to the surface and get one of those coming. And we'll pop it over here, just for now. We will prettify the surface at some point. They're saying no usable storage. So what are you trying to store? Because they can't be used as bins, but they should be used for food storage and for drink storage. There we go, that's mined out. Let's turn that into a food stockpile. There we go. So, food, nice and easy. And hopefully this gets built fairly quickly. Are you using it for brewed drinks? That's a good question. And you're certain you do have rock pots and not rock jugs? Let's see, it could be... They could be forbidden. They could be unreachable. Let's see. They wouldn't be inside of a bin because they're too big to fit in a bin, really. But yeah, I think it's just like your dwarves aren't able to reach it. Either that or you're using jugs. I am Elias from the mountain home, says Aban. Let's discuss your situation. We're going to ask for a few things. We're going to ask for anvils to begin with. We do want some more iron anvils. We're going to ask for, let's see, seeds are always nice actually. Let's snag some seeds. So plum helmets, pigtails, cave wheat, sweet pods, rock nuts and dimple cups are all welcome. Actually, maybe not dimple cups straight away. We'll wait till the fortress goes a wee bit bigger before we get into dyes. Oh yeah, it could be in burrows, that's true. If they're outside the burrow, they won't touch them. Let's see, what else are we feeling? Some pets maybe? What do we got? Rabbits, dogs, cats, donkeys, mules, horses, cows and bulls. We'll go for some of those for a bit of milk and the odd bit of leather. We could go for chickens maybe? We had chickens last time, let's focus on ducks for now. Let's do some duck farming. Let's see, they don't have anything cool, like bears or something, but that's okay. Let's get some alpacas coming in for that nice wee alpaca fluff. That should do it for now, I think. Other than that, let's grab some plum helmets too. That'll do. Oh, we forgot to ask for wood. Oh well, these things happen. But yeah, check your burrows. You might have a burrow turned on. Like maybe you have a safety burrow that you forgot to turn off. I've done that a few times. Still no one's come to work on this. Here they come. That's the one, buddy. You get it going. One more piece of diorite and then I'll build the trade depot. Get over here guarding our stockpile. Is that a buzzard corpse? I wouldn't mind if you guys sort of... Why is that forbidden? That's weird. But no. If that got butchered and turned into meals, I'd be very happy, dwarves. Speaking of burrows, does anyone know how to create one over multiple Z levels? You basically create one burrow and you draw it manually on each Z level, and it's really annoying. Yeah, it took ages. That's the only way you can do it at the moment, and everybody hates it. Let's move some goodies. Those traders will be on their way. Let's pop in some cut gems. Those green tourlaments are all we need. I guarantee you they'll be worth heaps. Let's also get ourselves a broker, shall we? Our carpenter is a legendary consoler, a grand master conversationalist. Jesus Christ, dude. These are our prayers. There we go. Fagoth is going to be our trader. Must be a mod. There might be a thing in the effect to do it. I don't know a lot about the effect though, even though I've got it installed. I don't know a mountain about it. Here we go, gems are coming in. Those traders should be on their way. Traders, where are you? Dear traders. Oh, they should be coming in. Oh, they've even brought themselves a little reindeer bull with them. 2 different camels. Here they come. Here comes the dwarfs shuttling their way over. We're still waiting on 6 more items. Let's get that broker coming up, shall we? Fagoth's planting seeds. Oh no, there we go. She's coming up. There we go. Now yeah, so these are 400 bucks a pop, and if we trade all of them, that's 8,000 value. It's going to be more than we need to trade with these lads, but we're going to do it anyway, simply because... Ooh, a musical instrument. But no, simply because the more you trade and the more value you give your parent civ, it's one of the ways to attract many migrants. They bought in the reindeer bull, but we are not interested in the reindeer bull. We'll have those other cages though. They bought some barrels. We have a little bit of drink, but let's grab some more. Let's see it. They brought in a steel warhammer. Tempting. Tempting. I think at the moment our dwarves are kind of... There's only 10 of us, so we're not going to bother with weapons and stuff at the moment. What else have they got? They have some seeds. So plump helmets, cave wheat, a little bit of dimple cups. Yeah, it's only $50, why not? We will grab some random bags as well if they're cheap, because we will be using a lot of them for sand and whatnot. I see a bit of cave wheat down there, I love it. Appearing maggot leather bag, how disgusting, we'll buy it. 14 value. We will grab a leather bin and probably a cloth bin as well if they have one. There we go, pigtail cloth, I love it, thank you very much. And we'll use those just in case we get a stranger mood or something. They're good for artifacts. They brought in 4 iron anvils, we'll grab each one of those. We'll grab their plants for more brews. They brought in some nice fruit, but we can't use the seeds from those, so it's kind of a waste. Let's see, other than that, they bought an iron minecart, which is tempting. We don't have a library, so you won't go for their books. But did they not bring in logs? Who are your logs, you fiends? They brought no loggies. Well, how dare you? Alright, fine, we'll trade that. They get 5,000 profit. Zasset is just losing his mind in ecstasy with the trading. We'll send our lad back downstairs. Thank you very much, Fago. But yeah, that should be pretty good. And let's get back down here. So I think this should be... Yeah, this is all set up now, so let's get rid of this upper stockpile. We no longer want that. There we are. And that kitchen there is going to also get removed. These two can stay for the time being. But everything else is moving down here. So, let's get ourselves a kitchen. Can we put it nicely in that corner? That's not too bad. That'll keep our fortress running nice and happily for a wee while. Oh, we're very low on wood, by the way. I think we have one piece of wood. Let's have a look at our stock screen here. And have a look at our logs. How many logs do we have? Do we need to hurt some trees? There's our logs. We have 1 unused log at the moment. Everything else is in the floor and whatnot. But that's okay. Let's come down to here. We have lots of trees over this way, so we'll do a bit of chopping. Now see, we've made our mugs. There's going to be some more happy dwarfs. But yeah, I think for the moment, I'm going to drop us into BRB because I need to use the bathroom, but I'll be back with you in just a minute. Enjoy the music in the meantime. Hello back again. Now, where were we? So we do need a lot more rock parts for over here. I think at the moment... No, that's just random piles of pigtails and plump helmets everywhere. Yeah, at the moment we're a wee bit low. I think mostly because our dwarves are really, really busy. But eventually, they'll catch up. Those little creepy crawlers running in our food stockpiles. Cats, get down here. Ah, I saw one running and I was excited, but no. Plants going absolutely ham at the moment. I love it. They both... Oh no, they're all good. Perfect. Actually, how are we doing far down here? So we still haven't hit the magma, huh? We'll just keep digging down. Either we'll hit the magma or we'll hit molten rock at the bottom. Up here, this is almost done. We'll pop a little bit of a door on for now. But that's almost enough for a little non-specific shrine. It's going to be pretty good once it's done. Let's get our dwarves a bit happier, you know. But yeah, I am keen to get glass going. I am keen to get clay going. Maybe even a little bit of gold and stuff, you know. Oh, the merchants will be leaving soon, that's fine. We gave them so much value. We have 189 food, 241 drink at the moment. Now, this is set up. Once we get grazing animals, we'll just be able to pop them in here pretty easily. We do have to start sealing this up, so all that top edge is sealed up, that's all fine. But over here, I'm tempted to just remove those ramps, but it's actually safer to wall them up properly. There we go. And we're doing piece by piece, so as those are done we'll put some more in. Spore tree wood colour equals one of the best colours. It is, right? I like spore tree wood, I love goblin cap. Black cap is nice sometimes, and white cap wood. A nice white colour, it's just amazing. There we go, the merchants have left. We've made some pots, and the migrants have arrived. Not a huge amount. We've popped up to 14 population now, one of which is a child. We have a stone crafter, a doctor, and a peasant. So from this point onwards, that was the last of our guaranteed migration waves. So, we do need space for 4 more dwarfs. Are those set to be bedrooms? They're not, but we can get that sorted. Done. Other things we can do with, more than likely, once our miners catch up a wee bit, we might make just a very small tavern. Black cap and white cap checkered floors look really nice. Oh yes, 100%. You can get really nice floor patterns coming in with the different colours. It's really cool. Drinks are coming in. Our dwarves are doing a little bit of everything. So everyone's working really hard at the moment. That's why I'm not going too crazy with different jobs and stuff. Because otherwise, our dwarves will find them just a little bit overworked. Okay, we'll do some chopping up here as well. There we go. Some more rock doors have been made. There we go, perfect. We're out of gems to cut, which is actually somewhat of a problem because we will be getting the elf shortly, and I'd love to be able to trade some gems to the elf. So let's come down, past that gold we saw before, past the marble. The deeper we go, the more gems we'll find. There's a little bit. Green tourmaline? Don't mind if I do. There's our magma. And more adamantine. Alright, calm down, game. Jesus. We found everything at once. Right, we'll snag a wee bit of these gems as well, just because we're in the area. So let's come down and have a look at our magma sea. So a nice big blob of it. Like so close to the bottom of the world. That's going to be a tiny wee underworld once we get into it. If we manage to get into it. But yeah, so we've come down, we found the magma sea. Nice. Now. So I'm thinking, see that spire there? That's not a... No, that's just a perfect wee little mini spot. Well, we could tap into the magma. Or we could come way up here. And, that'll be a bit difficult actually, because it'll be right above the magma sea. What I like to do is I like to find spires. Not gem-filled spires, but big kind of rocky things that go down multiple layers without changing. So that there's not too bad. Right, so we'll mark this for mining. Oh, there we go. Up here, a lot of that's going to be cancelled, which will give us a nice organic shape. Down this way. We'll kind of do our own organic shape down there. And a wee bit on this side as well. And we need a staircase, which we can do from right in the middle here, I think. There we are. We can start mining this over. Some nice sweet little carved pathways. There we go. A nice little bump there makes the path look a bit nicer than it being straight. And we're having problems finding trees. There's no tree there to find, buddy. You've cut it over. We have 90 plant. Perfect. We're mid-autumn at the moment. Not too much longer. And we'll hit winter. There we go, our food's coming in. We have our carpenter's workshops ready to go now. This is great, man. And our miners are snagging some gemmies. Perfect. So, this here is ready now. Let's turn this into a meeting area. Just like that. And we'll assign it to a temple. No specific deity though. The Bowl of Hardiness. Copper floors with green glass looks amazing. Oh, I haven't tried that one. You like to find the magma way down to the... You like to find a way down to the magma sea first in the safest way possible. And then try to find a place where you can make a staircase all the way back up to the surface. Oh, nice. We can make one straight shaft. That's pretty good. Nope, we've hit some star rubies. Ah, we found a little pocket. That's right, we'll mine that out eventually. Probably not when we only have 14 population though. Now. Ooh, there's some more gems just up there. Don't mind if I do. Our lads are popping over. And over here we'll hotkey this as well. Call this the Megan. Now let's see. We're running at half capacity in our farms. I don't want to change those though. I mean, that is still plenty, especially for a population of 14. It would be fun if dwarven elevators were a thing. Oh man, yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, you can almost do that with minecarts, because I think dwarves can ride them, right? But I think that'd be very dangerous. It's fairly certain I can mine them. I remember Toady talking about it at one point. Never tried it myself though. Always too spooked and cautious. Yeah, you see what I mean about that cancellation? We're getting a nice little smooth organic little pathway up here. Very excellent, thank you dwarves. Bit of rutile every now and again, and some more gemmies. More green tourlaments. Oh, is that going to be a straight line up there? I suppose it is. That's alright. You can just do a bit of this, just to kind of round that out a bit. Looks a bit nicer. 92 plants. Man, I love that. So good. I wouldn't mind getting more animals as well at some point. Just being able to get some breeding animals. All that sort of stuff. Get some cows, some camels, lots of milk and cheese. Some various different kinds of wool and whatnot. It'll be nice. Good amount of wood over there, perfect. This is all mined out. We even have bonus fire snakes. So, with us having access to the magma just in that little corner, we can just basically start mining that out. And we'll have a little magma pathway, which will be nice. Of course, this might kill 1 or 2 miners, but hey, that's alright. Be careful now, don't mine underneath yourself. We've hit some more adamantine. You watch out now, dwarves, don't catch yourself on fire. What they do is sometimes they like to stand on the pathway just before the magma comes in and mine the spot next to them. So they'll mine out that spot, stand here effectively, and start working on that one with the magma just behind them. They get a bit of the old magma foot with that. It's not too healthy for them. Oh, nope, there we go. Nope. Like I said, sometimes dwarves start getting a bit hardcore. Oh no, it's Phagoth. Phagoth, I'm sorry. I should have really been paying attention and turned off Phagoth's mining while we were doing that. Poor old Phagoth. Our fortress not even 1 year old and we've already murdered a named dwarf. Alright, let's turn this peasant into a miner, huh? Now you be careful, don't you hurt yourself now. Personal note, your wife's daughter is having a big Chinese wedding at the end of July. Oh nice! And you're visiting her and her husband. Your poor wife has been freaking out silently all week, and she's finally fallen asleep next to you. Oh man. It's gonna be cool there. Are you looking forward to it? Right, let's get ourselves just a couple of smelters. Oh, wrong type of smelter. We want the magma smelter. There we go. A couple of smelters, and then we'll finish up with a magma forge. We'll pop the magma forge over here. People are coming in getting the rocks to work on the stuff, which is good. Let's also put a little bit of a floor up here so people can get across to the other side nice and easy. Now, where is that little lump of gold we saw? Oh, yep, Phagoth. Poor old Phagoth has been missing for a week. Feel lucky that Phagoth is currently not in chat, or otherwise I'd be feeling extremely guilty. Where's that gold? I saw it for a second. There it is. Native gold? Don't mind if I do. You wanted to have a big Chinese wedding in the summer of 2020. Oh yes, the old pandemic absolutely nailed a lot of those. More gems have been cut, perfect. So, the next goal I think would be to do ourselves a little bit of a tavern. And I'm thinking the tavern would probably be nice to have it up this way. Oops. There we go. So nothing too massive. Oh, we've got to save. No clicking while the game's saving, it doesn't let you. We're now in early winter. Almost 1 year into the fortress. We have 13 population. We used to have 14, but a mysterious magma incident reduced that by a little. Yeah, 98 plants, 63 seeds, lots of food and drink. Our little fort is coming together. Once we get that gold done, we're going to start getting huge migrant waves. It's gonna be fantastic. And that gold, I think we'll just do like nice golden pillars that we can grab every now and again. It looks quite good. Sadly the saves do take a while, even though we're 250 instead of 500, the saves still like to take their time a little bit. Good old world information. Getting a bit hefty there apparently. And there we go. But yes, up this way, we're going to do a very small style tavern. With a little spare bonus hangout area. So this, at the moment, won't be doing too much. But we're going to have, I reckon, that river come past this. It'd be nice to have like some sort of tables out here. It's almost like a little veranda or deck or something. So, a little bit of an entrance. So we might make that a wee bit of a wider entrance. Let's just sort of expand over there. There we go. You got married in the courthouse, just the two of you back in 2019. Then you went to your wife's hometown in Shenyang to see your family for Chinese New Year. Jeez, nice. And the day your flight landed, the pandemic was announced. And you spent 5 weeks locked in the brother's apartment. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Wild times back then, huh? Here we go, we've got people hanging out in the temple. Keeping our dwarves happy, they do like to pray occasionally. Once we get this mined out, we'll put up some tables in, a few chairs, some chests. And our dwarves will be able to have a quick beer or two after work. Maybe have a dance or a sing. Okay, let's get dimple cups there, and plump helmets there, and also bonus plump helmets there. Now, how are we doing down here? We're working on getting this all walled up, aren't we? There we go. And we'll wall that up as well. We've almost sealed this up now, which will be great. Oh, someone's fallen asleep down in the still. A wee bit silly, but hey, that's fine. Over here, this is looking better. Once we get that gold mined out, man, I'm going to be very happy. Do we have auto mine for that yet? I think we got distracted, didn't we? Let's go up and have a double check. If we do have auto mine running, I'm going to be over the moon. I know it wasn't that squared. No, we have been. Look at that. Nice, weird little, it's a very small vein of gold, but hey, that's fine. Let's smelt some gold, huh? So, smelt, native gold, thank you. And we'll say, if there's 10 nuggies, we'll do some smelting. And this gold, we're going to do all sorts. I think we're going to start off, like I was saying before, just building some pretty basic pillars, maybe up around here. Maybe a statue or two, all that fun sort of stuff. Now, here we go. More plump helmet seeds down this way now. This is full to the brim with dimple caps. I would love to expand our fortress a little bit more than what it is at the moment, but we have to be careful of overworking our dwarves, because we don't want too much of a work backlog. Oh man, I tell you, when I get home from work tomorrow, 100% I'll be painting myself some miniatures. Maybe doing a little bit of drawing as well. I'm just feeling like a really crafty mood. But I know after stream I'm going to be pretty tired. After stream I'll probably just play Zelda and then go to bed. That sounds heavenly. Can't believe I'm like not even halfway into that game yet. It's so much bigger than I thought I was expecting it to be. 100 plants, not bad. So some of those plants will just be dimple cups, which we can't do anything with at the moment. Look at our nice little magma smelters. People are coming down to work on some native gold ore. Let's have a little stockpile down here. Just for some, you know, a little bit of our native gold. Just so our dwarves aren't like hurtling themselves across the map, destroying their spines. So we'll come in for some stone, we'll customize it, we'll say no, but also, yes. And we'll make sure we have a good handful of wheelbarrows nearby. Unless you put an order in for some more, just in case. So, some wooden wheelbarrows, please. There we go. Another 10 would be wonderful for us. So. Gotta say, I'm surprised we haven't been seeing more silly and over-the-top animals at the moment. We've got some 2-hump camels nearby. We could actually look into catching those now, I think. So. The first thing we need to do, I'd say, let's come down. Oh, there's cabin number 2. I was wondering when that was going to happen. But no, what I was going to say, before cabin number 2 surprised us, let's get ourselves a, like a craft off area. And we're going to have a little space in here as well. Just for our, you know, the fancy old mechanics. There we go. And we'll bring this over. Nice and happily, there we are. There we go. So let's have a look at this expansive cavern deep underground. At -105 is where we've found it. There we go. There's our cave moss, cavern number 2. Like I was saying before, Underlichen, or Underlichen, or however you'd like to pronounce it, is layer 3. Layer 2 is cave moss. Cavern number 2 is cave moss, and cavern number 1 is this stuff, our floor fungus. So that's 1 Z level of space between our 2 different caverns. That's pretty good. Also, how did we break into this is the question. And is that almost a river? That looks awesome. But yes, how did we break into this? This is the major question. See, that's not even 1 Z level. If we... that's how we broke into it. Someone chopped a tree down. The tree fell through a hole and splashed down into here. That's alright. Oh, something's been killing insects down here. There's like cave hoppers and cave swallows just lying about, piled up in the floor. It could be that they're flying into these webs and cave spiders are getting them, or it could be something more sinister. Something more foul. I don't know. Does that river go off the map? I'm not certain it counts as like a proper river. Let's see. Yeah, I think it only goes up to about... There we go. So it'll go up to probably about here. It's just like kind of an elongated little thing. See, it stops down here, so it's not quite a river. There won't be any flow to it, but it does look nice though. It would be nice to have little homes and stuff set up down here actually. We'd have to kind of wall up the edges for when forgotten beasts come past, but it would be a cool little project. And we're getting masterpiece. Fungi wood wheelbarrows from Transfam. Yeah. We got some food, we got some drink. There's our wheelbarrows. If we're lucky, we'll even have just a handful of gold bars. We have about 8 at the moment, I think. So like I was saying, every now and again, we'll have a little pillar. It ends up looking pretty good actually. Sometimes we'll do bigger pillars like that, sometimes we'll just do small ones like this. Let's see, more gems have been cut. Our dwarves so spoiled. Up here, this is almost mined out. It's coming together. Let's get some golden doors, huh? Normal gold doors. We don't have the copper for, at least we don't at the moment, but we can make eventually rose gold, which will be nice. I'm gonna try and do 10. We'll set that to 2 for the moment. Oh, and we got ourselves some shrills. Shrills are terrible gems. They're worth almost, well, they're worth about 40, which is the cheapest gem you can get. And they don't look very good in windows. But that's right, at least people get a little bit of a skill up from it, so that's no worries. But yeah, this is important. Always get yourself a tavern nice and early. And the reason for that, once your tavern's going, you're going to get visitors who would like to live in your fortress. And that becomes pretty good, really. Over here, our golden walls are coming in. Look how nice the golden walls look, by the way. Metal walls are just so good. We do have a chicken. I didn't know we had a chicken at this point. We have one rooster. Well, that's fine. So let's come down. How's this going? It has not even been started. Our poor old dwarfs are just so busy at the moment. That's understandable though. So stifling a yawn. You know, good old post-work yawns. As you do. We got a little bits of nuggies down here occasionally with our wheelbarrows. Oh. Where'd that wheelbarrow go? Did someone take it upstairs already? Are you hauling a wheelbarrow and some nuggets? No, someone is. Someone moved the wheelbarrow that was there. There we go, people are working away. And we've made one gold door so far. Almost got our second one coming in. You can already see it glinting there inside of the workshop. Nice. There's our golden doors. Bring them up and pop them in right up here. Number 1 and number 2. There we go. Dwarves are off sleeping in their rooms. I think we need to make like 3 new rooms, don't we? We did lose one dwarf and we have 3 bonus ones lying around. It's one thing we could have a look at doing. I'm tempted to do some more mining, but our poor old dwarfs are just so busy at the moment. I really shouldn't. Oh, and this is happening now. With that siltstone. I thought that was claystone, but no, it's only siltstone. That's fine, siltstone still looks good. We're going to use that for a lot of flooring. There we go. Dwarfs are chewing through the stuff, doing their very best. It's your favourite way to increase the value of 2 rooms at once. Separate them with an engraved block floor with a gold door over it. And overlap the zones. Be careful with overlapping your zones. If you overlap zones that aren't walls, you do get a bit of a negative debuff, especially to the value of the room. We have some fortification agates. Let's help ourselves to a bit more of that. There we are. There we go, people are chewing away. The siltstone is going to look fantastic once we turn it into blocks. Dwarfs rushing about, grabbing drinks and whatnot. We're out of plant pellets. We're going to run out of seeds and heaps of plants, so I'm not too concerned. I'll be able to get that coming back up again fairly shortly, I'm certain. Now, let's do some engraving. There we go. It doesn't work unless there's an overlap with a wall and a door. Ah. Good call. We have heaps of wood now. Yeah, down here though. It would be nice to get up a fancy home set up. That's one thing. I think once we get up to like 100 dwarfs or so, we'll look at kind of setting up a nice wee colony down here. There's some more native gold. We should be getting a good few little happy faces turn up next migration way, if we're lucky. Let's get some golden goblets, huh? The old DGs. Where are you? Gold goblet, I love it. Do 10 of those. That'll get us. Dwarves will pick those up, have a bit of a drink, and they'll feel very happy with themselves. I'm seeing someone bring up a solid gold door at the moment. One's already in. Now let's get this in to a bit of a tavern. Nope, that's exactly the incorrect thing to do. 0 out of 10 would be too sleepy again. We want a meeting area. There we go. We'll tidy up that corner down there. And we'll go new and slash tavern. It's a granite tummy. The granite tummy. That's beyond perfect. Thank you. Wouldn't you love to drink at a place called the Granite Tummy? So let's come up here and I'll put some tables just up in this sort of region. We have 2 siltstone and 8 mudstone. We'll just put in a group of 4 at the moment. That should do us for now, I think. And we'll pop in some thrones. So mudstone, and our 2 siltstone. There we go. Eventually we'll come up with some nice siltstone floor down here. It's gonna be good. So eventually people come up. Oh, they've already detailed the stuff. Look at that. The Tressed Veil. Engraved on the wall is an image of 4 octagon cat gems by Atur Zassafin. Engraved on this wall is an image of a helmet by Datan. We have more down here. Image of Glumprongs. And an image of celery. Celery on a golden pillar. Wonderful. And then finally, engraved is a Datan rendition of the Golden Constructive Avalanche, a superiorly designed image of hidden moons. This image is a symbol of the outrageous gears, a local dwarven government. A rock pot's been completed, which will be good for more drinks and more food. Late winter now. Are our tables done? They are. There we go. People are coming up, boarding them happily. If we're lucky, we'll start getting visitors and whatnot. I'm almost tempted to knock a couple of holes, one there and one there, and then put gem windows in. That might look pretty nice actually. But I think we should wait until our fortress gets a bit larger. It should not be too far away actually. Now let's do a little bit of exploratory mining down here. I think our miners will have a bit of free time. So just do like a bit of a mine around, just see if we can't find the faintest whisker of some more gold. We should also keep an eye out for some malachite as well. Although in saying that, we mightn't end up with malachite, we might just end up with a bit of the old native copper, which will be a 0 out of 10 experience. That should do there for now. More gems have been cut. So if I was native copper, I'd probably be in the lower half of this. And this is coming together slowly but surely. So this is going to be crafting and 1 mechanic shop. And just across, maybe up here, we'll put in our stone cutters. Just start getting ourselves some blocks every now and again. There's our golden goblets. Oh, we lost our broker. That's right, we lost poor old Fagoth, our broker. Heartbreaks everywhere. Let's get a new broker. We're gonna say, let's see. I'm thinking probably this Fisher Dwarf because I don't have much else going on at the moment. So Atis the Fisher Dwarf is our new broker now. They don't really have too much of an idea on how wealthy our fortress is, but they'll try their best. No, let's see. Oh, we got just a corner of some shale in there, nice. So let's get ourselves a mechanic. I'll pop the mechanic down here. Make it out of silverstone because it looks nice. We have 52 gold bars. And we'll do probably 3 of our little craft dwarf workshops. So, one over here, one over here, one over there. And we'll do a somewhat small sized little storage stockpile for our very industrious craft dwarfs. There we go. You've struck more native gold, that's what we like to see. Now the problem is with mining out too much native gold, eventually, the more value your fort is, not only will you get more migrants, but you'll start attracting the big sniffing noses of the goblins. So as much as I'd like to go to completely ham on that, so that's already having 50 bars, so we should be pretty good. But what we can do is if you do a little bit of mining down this way, just to see if we can't find that malachite. I'm hoping it's malachite, however. So we have malachite, we have tetrahedrite, we possibly even have a little bit of iron. Now, more drinks have been brewed from plants. Well, you're doing well, man. Look at all that food and drink so early on as well. I'm keen to see how spring works out for us. With us having a little bit of gold about the fort, things should start looking a little bit nicer. So, having a look at our units. See, they're still pretty busy. That dwarven child's playing make-believe. We don't want them doing too much other than that. Actually, what we can do, let's get some golden toys, huh? Let's forge 10 gold toys. The children will love it. They'll play around and be happy. Still so yawny. Just terrible, man. And there we are. Here's our first year. We're now in the first of granite, year 251. Our little Smithgleams outpost is doing its very best. It's not bad. I think we'll get a good migration wave. We're also looking forward to hearing from the elves and the humans fairly shortly. Things will go quite well for us indeed, I'd say. And we can even sell golden toys and goblets and stuff to the elves. If we don't want to sell our gems, because we have a lot of gold. We should be pretty happy on that front. There we go, just waiting for this world to save. 251 years, it takes a wee while. This big old crunchy fortress of ours. Even on an SSD it takes a little while. There we go. Spring has arrived. Nothing is still growing on the surface. Someone's still been bleeding out here. And they've left a ring on the floor. Nice. Heaps of bones up here, which is good because our dwarfs will use them for different artifacts. Oh, we've got some skulls, so we could do ourselves the odd bit of totem every now and again. What animals are we looking at? 2 humped camels. I was certain, we were in a little bit of a wild biome, but apparently not. Apparently we're just fine. But I think it's that time we all know and love. I'm going to pop up and snag a coffee, I'll bop you into BRB mode for just a jiffy. It won't be a minute. I just need to kind of re-energize the old brain pan. In the meantime, enjoy yourself a bit of music while I'm away. Hello, back again. Got my coffee. Sitting here under these lights, I'm nice and toasty. Out in the kitchen, however, my goodness, it's a bit chilly. This morning was freezing, man. I was walking around the house with a scarf, a nice warm jacket, a beanie. I was nice and toasty. So, let's make sure our farms are running. We'll get that into quarry bushes, and we might do some sweet pods down there, even though we have no seeds at the moment. That'll change at any minute. We have had some purple spinel. Jeez, that's nice. That'll be some good value. And down here, I also see we've had some quartzite. Pink stones, ahoy. They've smelted more native gold. We have more native gold up there to smelt as well if we'd like. We have more down here as well. Oh, this is good. Our nice wee little fortress. Man, that's incredibly toasty on the old fingers. Jesus. Just take some, some permanent nerve damage from touching a hot cup. That's fine. That happens to everyone. Alright, let's keep this moving along. We just have that little corner there to seal up, and then all of this will be ours. Perfect stuff. And apparently, that cabin floor was supposed to be ramps at some point. Very strange. Oh man, such a nice cave in this lair. So deep though, so surprising. But yeah, I was thinking, underground river. We have enough space to make this quite wide. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can make this like 2Z levels deep. This underground river. Make it like 4 or 5 levels wide. Should be good. And we just kind of have it nice to come in through the fortress. Should work out pretty well with it, look. Someone over here just taking it easy. They've left some seeds on the floor. So rather than eat a nicely cooked meal, they're like, nah, I'm just gonna eat some plants. People are rushing around for drinks. What are you up to? Oh, you're sleeping on the floor? Yeah, we do need some more rooms, don't we? So, I'm thinking we could put rooms maybe over here. Not heaps, I think we only need 3 or so. Just like that. And this will give us a big empty space through here that we can eventually mine a river through, which would be pretty good. There we go. There's our 10 golden toys. Hopefully that'll get our one little kid down there having a bit more of a smile. We'll eventually get a little toy stockpile somewhere up here, just so that the kids have somewhere to play. Oh, you're telling us some stories. Nice. Good old Reg coming in, telling us a story. The story goes, in the early spring of 250, the dwarf Ustath became the expedition leader of the outrageous gears. That's not much of a story, but hey, alright. I'm getting the feeling our miners are off having a sleep at the moment. Our expedition leader's taking a break. But that's fair enough, they've been working hard. Oh, and by the way, I'm not sure if I've remembered to not put it in my in my Twitch title, but if you type out !YouTube, you'll get the link to my YouTube channel. Because I know good old Scooty tried it before and it didn't work, so I thought, yeah, that makes sense to pop it in. It should be pretty good. And that's where you'll find my VODs. I am, I think, 2 VODs behind at the moment. I should get them, they're uploaded. I just have to sort out the names and stuff, which I'll do probably tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. You know, things are a bit slack around here. But that's okay. That's the main reason why you guys tune up. Another little bit of a wall there, we're almost done. Our food's not looking too bad. About half of those are plants. We've got about 100 cooked food at the moment. We have brewed some drinks from some plants. Now if we come down a handful of levels and find this. And this is looking pretty good. This whole thing will just be a little bit of a finished good stockpile. There we go. And we're going to do ourselves, while we're here, just a good stack of mechanisms. Ah, interesting. Where's our rock mechanisms? There we go. Good 10 of those will do us wonders. We will get this entrance set up properly first. We'll wait till we hit about 20 dwarves and we'll get a nice entrance. You could put in hatch covers, but meh. Entrances are cooler. People are happily working away, making us all sorts of drinks. Make sure that's running sweet pots. Perfect. Yeah, we'll get some mills coming shortly. I think our dwarves are a wee bit too overworked at the moment for us to want to do too much more. Oh, there's bedrooms are coming in. Look at that. So, we'll do our usual trick. No Kia or other animals stealing from our wagon. We did have buzzards before, and buzzards will steal. They actually came in and stole some, I think some biscuits a wee while back. Oh, we're out of beds. Let's get a recurring bed order, shall we? There we go. Another 10 rock pots. 400 drinks, man, that's ridiculous. Now, down here, people are popping away various bits of finished goods, including some ruined alpaca wool trousers. Those will be so comfy. We have heaps of pots on the go. We have a handful of mechanisms, so that means if we come up to the surface, well, I wonder, do we have any camels around at the moment? We do. Are they coming in from the bottom, huh? Well, we're going to put our cage traps down here then. Put one here, and we'll put one here. I think we have enough for another one. How about one more? No. You can actually make nice wee little like setups using walls and cage traps to funnel all the animals on the surface through certain points, so you can catch pretty much anything that comes into your little tower. But I like just scattering cage traps around just all over the place. I think it looks a little bit nicer. But you know, there's no reason not to do the other way. If you're a fan of efficiency, there's all sorts of guides out there how to make your cage traps really efficient. Get a couple of bees going on. Now see, we got a bit excited there. Pop down just a lump of whatever to seal that up. We don't have any blocks on the go at the moment. You know, it's alright. Let's get ourselves some bedrooms. That one has the hole in the wall. But once that's hole sorted, we should be fine. Just so hot, this coffee. I'd really like a drink. Oh, no migrants, even with our fancy gold stuff. You jerks. Ooh, something's jostling about. I think someone's walking around upstairs and I heard a weird thump noise. Very faint though, so I don't think the microphone would pick it up. Not even slightly. I don't think you guys can even hear my computer. And man, my computer makes a noise. We have so much gold, we could just splash them around to improve fortress value. I'm really surprised we did not even get a single migrant in that last migrant wave though. Oh well, it's just how things happen sometimes, I suppose. There we go. And a masterpiece tower cat bed has just been made. Our farms are doing their best. We're a wee bit low on most stuff, but so many plants, so we should be fine. More beds have been made. Now, this place is just so barren, isn't it? What an absolute rocky wasteland. I love it. Our traps haven't been built yet. I'm certain dwarves are getting ready to work on them though. Oh, we can get rid of this as well. We no longer need that. Perfect. Dwarves are off. Somewhat asleep, somewhat storing stuff. A farmer nearby. Just taking a rest. I think they were just dropping something off, more than likely. Spooky. Now is my coffee safe enough for human consumption? You sometimes do what the Native Americans did, make the Tyrannon funnel wild herds of buffalo into a trap or off a cliff. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you could drive them off a cliff like that. But bopping them into cage traps that way sounds like it'd work. Ooh, I see we're missing a mod from when I generated this world. That there. Oh, that's a pity. Ah well. We can deal with it. Usually, metal floors look a wee bit different to that. But I mean, that still doesn't look too bad. It's like little golden bars instead of giant flat squares. That's fine. You're mixing your metaphors there. You make walls and make the wild animals go into the traps. Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it indeed. So yeah, our dwarves are very busy. Usually I'd have like 100 million things going at once, but with such a low population, doing that gets you a little bit of a bottleneck, sadly. You can save a default mod list now at the air pack. Oh nice, so no more missing mods. That'd be cool. That's actually pretty clever. It must have come in the recent update. I'm surprised I did manage to miss that though. Usually I'm a little bit more onto it. Maybe, I don't know. I did generate it like 10 minutes before the stream started, so maybe that's our problem. Meanwhile down here, not even a faintest sausage of copper. A little bit of gems, which is very nice, but no copper. Now, you need to look for it after reading the release notes. Oh, nice. Yes, good evening yourself. How are you doing, Code? Hope you've been having a fantastic day. Now the marble may have what we want. Let's see if the marble is holding any secrets. Let's drive straight down to the south here. Down towards the basement here. Well, not the basement, sorry, the southern portion of the map. There we go. Just start coming off this way and see what that gets us. We have a few more drinks in the fortress. Now, 2 extremely happy dwarfs. Look at the state of those happy lads. Indians would chase a herd of buffalo off a cliff, and then go and skin and slaughter them. No hunting required for meat and hides. Don't use hunters because they can get injured by the animals they are hunting. Yeah, but that's part of the fun though. Having dwarfs with big gnarly scars all across the fortress. Heaps of fun. What we can do is a little bit more engraving on this stuff. Not necessarily on every single tile, but just on a few of them scattered here and there, you know. Now I wonder, we're late spring. I'm surprised we haven't seen the humans or the elves yet. We know they're nearby, we know they can reach us. But they haven't even raised their nostrils in our general direction. I am tempted. If we had more dwarves, I'd get some mills going. Although if we had more dwarves, we'd also come up here and start really carving out this river. Hunting gyms does seem to be one of the best ways to skill up Mark's dwarves at the moment. Yeah, I think, I gotta admit, I don't know too much about Mark's dwarves. I hardly ever bother with Mark's dwarf squads because they're always a bit of a hassle. But hunting's usually been pretty safe for my dwarves. The only time I've seen hunters get injured, for the most part, unless they're like fighting a lion or something, but for the most part, it's goblin invasions while they're outside trying to like look at a squirrel or something weird. Same with fisher dwarfs, man. Dwarfs are shuffling around. Value is slowly increasing across the fort. Now, people are sleeping and eating. See, they're so busy they don't have a lot of time at the moment to go off and like enjoy the temple. Which makes me a bit worried, because they're not going to enjoy the temple, they're not going to listen to music, they're not going to dance about. And those are some good ways to release stress for your dwarves. Here's that coffee. I've been waiting for it. We've got a few people coming in to eat, but they're not there for very long. See, inmate needs socialize. Once things start calming down and we got more migrants and more settlers, the fortress will start getting a little bit more happy for these dwarves. There we go. Just minding up those corners. Oh, hello, some sardonyx. Don't mind if I do. We'll snag a bit of that. But yeah, more dwarfs equals happier dwarfs. You've noticed that sending squads of marks on raids is really as successful as using other fighters. Actually, I wonder how the that combat calculation is figured out in the background there. There's got to be something on the wiki about it, right? Because usually when I send out squads, it's like, well, good luck. And that's about how my risk calculation goes for poor old adventurer squads, or looting squads, I suppose you could call them. But yeah, we're gonna have to investigate a few of those necromancer towers, I think. Try and get ourselves a good handful of goodies. There we go. In the early summer, will this be the season where we get the migrants? Because we usually get two, one in the spring, sometimes in the summer if you're lucky, but usually in the autumn as well. It used to be a long time ago, many years ago, you'd only get one per year. I vaguely remember doing that. Now I see Nil down here, this miner. Just something to engrave this floor. The leadership of the squad leader has a big effect on as far as the raid reports go. Yeah, because that gives you like positioning buffs and stuff, doesn't it? And like defensive bonuses and whatnot. There we go, we've got some engravings. Engraved is a nil rendition of the golden constructive avalanche, a superiorly designed image of hidden moons. An image of a dwarf. Nice stuff. And we've made some rock pots. I'm actually surprised we haven't had visitors yet. Usually by now I'd expect to have some, especially with such a nice looking tavern. Look at that, it's got tables and some doors. Oh, cinnamon grossula. Another worthy gem. Thank you. Yeah, marble has a lot of gems in it. Doesn't have much else going on, but lots and lots of gems. Now the other thing we're going to do, I think we're going to come up to here, drop down a few levels. And over this way, I think it's about time we get ourselves some rock cutting areas. You love the look of marble floors? It's a nice white colour, right? And it goes really well actually with purple. So if you get yourself some... What is that? Is it goblin cap, I think? Which is a nice purple colour. It actually looks quite good. So once that's stuck in, we'll get our stone cutters going in there, and we can remove, eventually, the stone cutter from up here. A human caravan from Aladur has arrived. Hello humans, welcome in. Let's move some goods about, shall we? Now, we will give them a few things. We might give them some food. Some plant pots, dwarven wine. How about if we don't have it there, do we have some barrels with food in them? Yeah, we'll bring in one of those. We don't have a whole lot, so we'll only bring out one. But we'll also probably bring out maybe some cut gems. Maybe not too many, but just enough to let the humans know we're fans of them. The taller means are worth a wee bit. It says 1,000 here, but you'll see that drop down to about 400 once we get it to the trade depot. But yeah, let's bring up those taller means as well. Royal purple. Yeah, I love putting floors in. Once we get some more dwarves running around, we're 100% going to start doing that. There we go, the merchants are unloading. Our wheat farms are actually slowly but surely coming together. We've got cave wheat, we've got our plump helmets. We'll get some pigtails coming out, and maybe some spare cave wheat over here. Purple was on one of the rarest colours in Roman times, and it was super expensive. It came from a mosque in the eastern Mediterranean. It was so expensive to dye clothes in purple, which is where the term comes from. That's the one. And when they, if I remember correctly, when dyers figured out that you could make purple out of other stuff, I remember reading that various nobility tried to have that outlawed, didn't they? And we used to have it so aluminium used to be a royal item as well. It used to be worth megabucks aluminium a long time ago because it was so hard to get your hands on. These days, you get aluminium from all over the place. There we go. People are farming more cave wheat. That's what we like to see. Suddenly, the vultures have arrived. They've heard that we're doing some training, and the vultures have come in. The humans fighting them off. Random 2-hump camels nearby, causing a ruckus. The humans are still bringing all their food in. There we go. Let's get our broker running up. Good old Atis over here. Have we captured anything? Nothing so far. I would love some 2-hump camels to just let themselves into our cage, Waiting for our broker to come up. They're on their way. Wonder what the humans have brought with them. Have they brought with them some fancy... No job! Excuse me. No migrants again, which is worrying. Vultures are upsetting the dwarves at the moment. The humans are still making their way over after being chased around by vultures. There we go, now we can trade. There we go. That's 7,000 value, which is a bit silly, but alright. They brought up some rose gold bars, some raw crystal, some clay, an iron tupo, a single wren and a lead cage. We'll snag the lead cage, we'll have use for that. Blackberry wine, now that's a rare thing for this fortress. Some spare bonus barrels. See some spare picks? I mean, why not? Large hemp socks just for fun. So all the large stuff we don't have a use for. Maybe when we eventually get heaps of humans living in the fortress, but not right now. We'll grab their bags. We won't grab their ones with seeds in. We don't really need surface seeds. We can't plant them at the moment. You love the lore from old times. Tin was very rare. The only known big deposits came from Afghanistan and England. Tinagle and Western England drew traders from far and near because tin with copper made bronze. Now, what else have they brought us? Various cloth, some copper bolts, a couple of crowns here and there, some spare anvils, or snag those anvils. Oh, sailfin molly. Tempting. Various plants. Some 3-day quiver. Lots of cheese. We might help ourselves to that cheese actually. We can turn that into meals. And I think that's all we really want from the humans. They haven't brought anything too amazing. If they brought logs, I'd lose my mind. But we weren't that lucky. But we'll trade with that. Give them 7,000 value. 0 just starts absolutely going mental after getting all that value from us. 7,000 profit or whatever. Amazing. Right, we'll send our trader back downstairs. Off your pop, buddy. We'll let the humans deal with all the vultures. Now, let's get a small order of rock blocks, shall we? Oh. Where are you? Rock blocks? Hello. And we'll say, if there's not enough of them, make some. Over here, this is slowly but surely coming together. Our dwarves have made a very interesting pattern sweeping up the side like that, but alright. I'm not complaining. The human crossbowman is killing another vulture. We might get some more meat from that actually. Because those vultures might end up dying near our butcher's workshop. Yeah, look at that. There's already a task racked up. People are butchering the vultures that the humans are killing for us. I love it. I'll also claim all their bolts on the floor over there. Humans are just running everywhere, desperately being careful of the impending vulture shenanigans. And we're just like kind of helping ourselves to all the corpses, turning them into more dinners. Yeah, so that is where we're going to put our various stone cutters once that's ready to go. We've cut some more gems, I love it. I'm tempted to do smoothing and engravings in here, but we're going to put floor in eventually, so it wouldn't work out too well. But the one thing I will do, we'll knock a few holes there and there and put in some gem windows. Just so dwarves that are sitting here can look through the gem window and see this rock wall over here. It'll be good, man. Didn't we also end up with a piece of musical instruments? I think we did, didn't we? Can I put an instrument just up here? A plum wood 8-all? Thank you. Now I don't think we have anyone at the moment. Well, the merchants have almost had enough and just getting ready to go home. Oh, vomit. Yeah, see, we're butchering those animals. If there's anything that dies that's like butcherable within 100 units of this butcher shop, people will come up and get us a bit of meat and throw some of it on the floor. Wonderful, we have 63 meat now. Wonder if the merchants are getting upset with our shenanigans. Yeah, those ones down there too far away. But hey, that still worked out pretty well. So we have vultures, and we have, what were the other ones? We had some other scavenging bird as well that was trying to steal food for a while there. Oh, there we go, the merchants have embarked on their journey. There we go, people are bringing that food in we've just bought. People are bringing in all the various vulture bits, and a child has brought up a golden toy axe. Did you put some slop down there? You did, some vulture tallow. We could make vulture soap. Far too much work for these dwarves at the moment, but in the future. Oh, so how are our cages going? They're not going. Amazing. Yeah, people are farming like mad. Hundreds of plants. Not enough dwarves to process them at the moment. But hey, we're getting it. I'm almost tempted to put some gold up here in the little chapel thing. What we could do is we could make an altar. A gold altar? Yeah, gold altar. Don't need the 10. I think 1 would be wonderful, thank you. We were mining down here, weren't we? So this was the failed attempt to find our copper. How about further down? Where was attempt number 2? My dwarves are trying a little bit. But that's right, we did snag a bit of the old cinnamon grossulas. I am surprised, man. I thought we would have visitors by now. If not migrants, at least dwarves who would like to come here, or people who would like to come here and visit the cabins. That's alright. It'll start happening one day shortly. We have our musical instrument in. I am tempted to have a little bit of gold in here, to be honest. Something nice like... Oh, siltstone's coming in. Nice, there we go. That's what we like to see. A little bit of gold around the place. We have struck some pyroxylite just over here. Pyroxylite is not gems actually, it's just really dark stone. Good for making furniture with. I know it's an interesting colour. Still no copper so far, but I'm always hopeful. There's our golden altar. Wonder, can we put that in now? There's our altar. Offering place, we'll pop it up here. A golden one, perfect. The other things we want. So we would like a little bit of flooring. Siltstone blocks look amazing. We don't have quite the 5 I was hoping for, but we do have 4, so we'll put in a little splotch up there, just for fun. Still have 46 gold, even though we've been placing so much of it. Talking about gold, we've got some coming up now. Let's hide this little boulder there. There we go, that looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, look at that, a nice brownish colour from the siltstone. It's not bad, man. Mudstone's nice, but that's more of like a grey colour. How are we doing down here? This is coming together. We'll build ourselves a couple of stoneworkers. One down here. And we'll make it out. Tempting to make it out of gold, but no, we'll use granite. We have 16 granite blocks, so why not, right? There we go. We get 2 down there, and once those are done, we can come all the way back up here and remove that. Which will kind of clean up the mess we have in the living area. Now, do a bit of more engraving. Not massive amounts, but just like this. That'd be nice. Now, more drinks. 600 drinks, 420 food. Nice. So yeah, as we get more siltstone, we'll start putting that all over the place, man. I mean, look how good that is. It's like a nice, warm, brownish colour. I love it so much. Those are built. That means it's time to come back up again and get rid of this wee lad. Thank you. It's full to the brim with tables, hatches, and blocks. Oh, lots of more siltstone. Let's get a bit of that up here, huh? How much siltstone do we have? We have 8. Nice. Put a couple more up this way. Ooh, who is that yawning? What revolting behaviour. I'm not even finished with my coffee. There's like the faintest whiff of coffee in the left and the bottom. Already yawning. More pots. Masterpiece as well. But yeah, if you ever find yourself in the point where you're not getting very many migrants at the beginning, get yourself a nice little tavern coming along. Oh, did we cancel a wee bit? That's very fancy. Oh, we cancelled 4 times in a row? 5 times now. I'm curious why you've gotten so lazy, huh? None of that's forbidden. I think they're trying to pull it from the workshop, and the workshop got like dismantled, and then all the dwarves are like, oh Christ, what do we do now? But that's fair. We'll just ask you to replace that. There we go. More rock parts have been completed. Now we could have a little bit of granite around the place as well. It's that nice darkish purple colour down there. There we go. The last of this is done. Is this a legendary miner? You're mining very fast. No, the legendary miner. They're off to dig. I finished up some work. That was satisfying. Restless, dwelling upon being unable to argue for too long. Restless again after being unable to argue. And lonely after missing their friends. It's because they're too busy. They don't have time to come into the pub. Is it a suspension? Oh no, someone's working on it. Oh, so many people. Are you having a chat? No, they're off to plant seeds and whatnot. Well, I was hopeful, but Do we have a little bit more? No, we don't. That's okay though. We can wait for a wee while. More rock blocks coming along. Oh, these have been mined out. Didn't even notice. Let's smooth these up. Smooth up this whole section. And once it's done, we'll pop in just a couple of gem windows. Yeah, sorry, I was just feeling a bit nostalgic there. I got, just after reading Trotsky's post, it got me thinking back to when I was in university. Because back in uni, apart from doing computer science, I took a whole bunch of electives in good old-fashioned, various history things. Everything from classical Greece to, I don't know, ancient jackery to, let's see, witchcraft trials to all sorts. Anything that took my fancy. It was really fun. It's really cool, actually. Even learning stuff about how magic and stuff worked back in Roman times. That was pretty neat. Completely useless, especially for someone's focusing on programming, but still very fun. There's a nice gemmy windows, and these are filled with taulamines, green taulamines, and those are worth about 1,000 a pop. So dwarves will come in, they'll see these and just lose their minds at how gorgeous they look. Let's also do a bit of engraving. A little bit of engraving up there. We will put doors in there eventually, but I'm thinking it would be nice to have clear glass doors there, so doors hanging out here can look through them and see what's going on over here. There you go, people smoothing away. As you know, engraving rather, and engraving is very good for your dwarves. It makes them happy. They get a mood buff when they do it. So do not feel shy about engraving. I know some people like waiting until they have like masterworks, or sorry, legendary engravers and high master engravers. But you know, still doing a bit of engraving here and there, just for fun. Look at these lads having fun, socializing. That's what we like to see. The lava is transformed. This is Aetus. I saw a dwarf tell the story of the selection of Ustath to the position of expedition leader of the outrageous gears in the early spring of 250. No, I'm not interested. Of course they wouldn't be interested. Aetus would have come over with the original 7 dwarves just last year. So they already know about that story. So we can see our dwarves have a little bit of spare time at the moment, which will drive their happiness up, which is very, very good. Do we have a little bit of nice blocks? We have various weird blocks, not the blocks we were wanting to see though. I mean, that's alright though, it's not the end of the world. We'll use these extra blocks, this granite and whatnot, up here. Alright, Granite, over you go. You love the relics of the past hidden in the English language. History has so many hidden stories that show themselves in our everyday language. Yeah, it's really cool stuff like, so English itself was something that grew a long time ago. And it grew from like Scandinavian languages like Danish and Norwegian and Swedish and stuff. And that all came around because there was so much raiding and pillaging that all the languages up there kind of mingled together. And you'd see stuff where like different tribes of people in the same area would have completely different languages just based off who they were rubbing shoulders with. And that's why you get like a lot of those sorts of northern languages they share sentence structures and they also share words and a lot of the times, which is really cool. So you get stuff like, everything from like hound and like even entire words like egg and stuff, all coming from different languages. Stuff like drink as well, all that good stuff. It's all just like an amalgamation, I suppose, of different languages all mingling together, which I always thought was really cool. In the early autumn, we're going to get the dwarves coming in, and we're going to say, hello dwarves. Would you like some vulture sandwiches? Should we get some more doors in? Could do. Actually, no, we're going to wait for clear glass, won't we? That looks nice, just like that though, to be honest. That does look good. Over here, we're getting that nice purple granite flooring coming in. Now, we could move the gem cutters as well. That'd be fun at some point. Let's mine a wee bit over this way as well. There we go. The gem cutters doesn't need to be as big. Usually you can get away with just like 2 or 3 workshops. So we have something like this. There we are. With a little door on the front here. There we go. Perfect. The core of English is Germanic, and then the Norman invasion in 1066, French was thrown on top. When you talk about animals, you use a Germanic word, cow for instance, but the meat comes from French, which is beef. Oh, nice. You're eating some more siltstone pots. There we go. And we're getting many more siltstone blocks, which are all going to come up and get thrown in here very quickly. We have a good little collection of this stuff now. Oh, we had 2 left. Pardon me. There we go. Still haven't made up my mind what I'm going to put around the edge. We might just do more siltstone and engrave it. We might go for a darker block. I don't know. There's so many options. One thing we can do down here actually, just in this little space, I'm thinking. Almost all the words larger than 3 syllables come from French and Latin. Shorter words come from German. Oh, really? Yeah, you'd probably know better than me about that sort of stuff. Most of my knowledge about that stuff comes from my Norwegian grandfather, back when I was much younger. So what are we looking for? We are looking for... Now we could go for a glass furnace, but I would like a magma kiln. Just get a little bit of clay going on. I haven't done too much clay before. We'll get some quartzite coming in, shall we? Actually, no rutile, so it matches the others. That'll make a bit more sense. Up here, people are bringing in more and more of these blocks. A programmer who dabbled in history in college. Yeah, fair enough. It's a nice wee little set of side things to take. Tempted to smooth, but I don't know yet. Oh, hello. The outpost liaison, a barn has arrived. The elves haven't visited us yet. And here we go. Here comes the good old dwarfies. Let's move in some goodies. Let's get a collection of things. We should be able to get some food up if we're lucky. Oh, a cheese pot. No, not quite that. See, dwarven wine. Oh, have we still got all our stuff in barrels up here? We must do. Yeah, prepared food. We'll get one of those. We don't have... Oh, we have a good amount of prepared food. We'll get two of them. Why not? And what else are we feeling? Should we get those golden goblets? Yes. $1,000 a pop. I'd say we're getting the golden goblets indeed. We can always make some more. I mean, they only took 10 lumps of gold to make all those goblets, so it's fine. The merchants have arrived. They're unloading their goods. Do we have a little bit more sandstone? Siltstone rather. We have 12 more, which is not bad. Pop a little bit more up there. Perfect. We also have lots of mudstone, which is a bit of a grey colour. Let's get a little bit of mudstone coming in. We'll wrap it around this little pillar here. I think we have about 4 granite as well, don't we? Yes. There we go. Here's some diplomacy from the dwarves. Evan says, I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. It's much to share their cry. And then they ask, what would we like? Can you bring in some woods? Maybe some goblin cap would be nice. Oh, tunnel tube actually. That's a good purple colour. That'd go good with the gold. Let's also grab maybe some more pets. Would you bring in? What are we feeling? Oh, they have boars and sows. Let's get those coming in. Those aren't grazing, but they spread everywhere. So we're keen on that. We'll get some more plump helmets. I think that should do really. Thank you. We're waiting 18 more items. People are hooning up as fast as their little legs can carry them. Meanwhile over here, an outpost liaison, just socialising. They're in no big rush. Fondness after talking to an acquaintance. Are you in a bit of a friendship with our expedition leader? A random bard, who apparently is in the fortress somewhere, is your auntie. A monk is your uncle. Expedition leader is their passing acquaintance, which is why they had a little bit of a friendly thought when they came in. And there's some puppies. Wonderful. Another 5. Let's get that broker coming up. They're having a drink, so we've got plenty of time. Now. Yep, they're popping away their mug. They'll be just using a rock mug at the moment because we've brought all the cups up, all the nice golden goblets. Oh, you're off to sleep, are you? Well, that's nice. Broker confirmed for lazy. So down here, we've got this coming in now. And you see we can start getting clay coming in. And we can make hives and jugs and statues, clay pots. Yeah, we can make bricks, which would be nice to see how those look. We can do glazing, but we do need the glaze itself, which I don't think we have. But let's come up towards the surface. Jump down, maybe 1 level. Because 2 levels down we have a bit of shale. But we have clay loam up here. I think clay loam should be pretty good for clay work, I think, maybe? No migrants again. What's wrong with our migrants? Dear migrants, what is your problem? Why are you the way that you are? Make a nice big teardrop shape up this way. There we go. Yeah, so there's our mudstone. It's that nice grey colour. This is starting to look good though. I am a fan of that rock. And we're ready to trade. So, let's sell some goblets. That's 28,000 worth of value for golden goblets. I did not realise they were worth that much. Well, we won't be selling the food because we don't need to. That's ridiculous though. So let's grab the cow, the 2 alpaca, breeding pair of alpaca, a spare turkey hen, a turkey gobbler, breeding turkeys now. The Borden, a bonus male alpaca. We can butcher that one. A bull. There's a breeding pair of those animals. Another turkey gobbler. Some ducks. And various other animals. They still have 21,000 profit. Let's grab whatever seeds they have. Oh, they brought in an iron anvil. And some plum helmets. And they still have 20,000 profit. We'll say, yep, we'll trade that. Oh, wonderful. Thank you for your business. I hope you enjoy your 6,000 golden goblets. We'll just make some more. No trader needed a dipper. More golden goblets and we'll be happy. Do we have a little bit more siltstone? We have 4 more, not quite enough yet. We'll give them some time. Yeah, our dwarves are currently a little bit backlogged when it comes to working and stuff. This will start improving, slowly but surely. This hasn't even started being worked on yet. I'm looking forward, hopefully that'll be good, but I'm looking forward to getting that clay in, man. Nice clay bricks everywhere. Oh, I paused it, that's why we went moving. So down here you can see we have a little bit more of this to keep up with. Let's bring over that granite, we're almost done. And then down in here, let's create a gigantic, a titanic and humongous pen/pasture. This huge area is just going to be perfect for our grazing animals. There we go, that should do us. And we'll pop in some animals. So, the bulls, the alpacas and the cows. Those various birds we have, we'll put them in little specific pens just for them, like we did the last fortress. Cool, that should be pretty good. The merchants will be leaving, that's fine, they can leave. They've brought out their entire caravan. So I think if we have a lot of gold in the fortress, one thing I'm going to do actually, we're going to bop into settings, into difficulty. Economy will go up to hard because we have a lot of gold. That'll make things just a bit more, you know, challenging. Let's enjoy a little bit more. Ooh, 24 siltstone. Don't mind if I do. Let's go ham with siltstone, huh? We have a little bit of shale. But I think we'll just do siltstone even around the edges now. Because we'll just engrave it. That'll look nice enough. And if we aren't a fan of it, we can come back with something else. There we go, there goes the merchants. We've done our rock blocks. Do you have a little bit more granite, maybe? You have 4 more granite. Not complaining about that. Granite, where'd you go? And I didn't check, but do we have mudstone? We have 12. Wow. So you should have about 8 left. So we'll do a bit up here. Exactly 8. Perfect. You're so smart. Biggest mathematician. Dogs hooning about in all directions. Now, have we carved this out? We haven't yet. What are our miners up to? Constructing a building? Having a munch. So Nil, you're a legendary miner, aren't you? Can you only mine? Thank you. Child, still unimpressed. They're playing with golden toys. Still unimpressed. Listen, we've only got 1 child, so we can say, if we come into labour, we come into standing orders and then into chores, we can say, children don't do chores, they just play. Only playing for children. Yeah, our dwarfs are very busy placing blocks at the moment, I'd say. Also, I like the colour of granite next to the gold. Kind of like a muted purplish colour. Pretty good. Yeah. I've got the post-work yawns. Are our animals in here yet? No, our dwarfs are too busy to let in the animals. The animals have to wait in their cages. And once our miners kind of catch up with their job, we'll pop in a few spaces just around the place for our various chickens and ducks and geese and whatnot. Actually, I think it's ducks and turkeys at the moment. That'll be nice. That'll be some eggs and a bit of chicken and turkey and duck meat occasionally. Now I'm seeing dwarfs up here. They're slowly but surely putting all this together. This is coming up. Now, once this lad is finished, and he's digging really quick, so it won't take him long at all, but once this lad is finished, we're going to see if we can put in a clay collection zone. Because if we can, I'd be very happy. Oh, you're off to drink? Oh yeah, no worries then. I mean, clay collection zone, but still, have a drink. Just keeping an eye on this every now and again. Eventually we'll pull these tables up, put some flooring underneath and then replace them. But there's no rush. There's a lot of other things our dwarves are working on at the moment, so there's no big rush. Not even a small rush. And not a single dwarf has come to play on our plumwood atoll. This is a well-crafted plumwood atoll. It is encircled with bands of tunnel tube. The keyboard is made from stoneware, the case is made from plumwood, the bells are made from rock salt. The object menaces with spikes of black bear bone. That's actually pretty cool. I am a fan. All our floors are coming together pretty nicely. We can even do a bit of fanciness just around this. Just let our dwarfs engrave that whenever they feel up to it, you know. Over here, our outpost liaison is socialising with some dogs, just giving them some pats as they run into the area. Oh, that lad was eating but is now rushed away. And look how happy our dwarves are at the moment. They're heavily overworked, but very, very happy. Got 3 who are less interested, but they'll improve with time. Yeah, these magma smelters packed to the brim with gold at the moment. Over here. Now let's see. Can we turn this into clay collection? think we can. Look at that. Accept. And now we have a clay collection area. And what we'll do is we're going to say clay. We're going to say collect clay. And we're also going to ask them to do some blocks every now and again. Just some clay bricks, as you do. And we'll say once a month collect 10 clay and clay bricks. We're going to say if there's not many stones and there's some clay, make some. And that's just another thing we'll add to the dwarves. Poor old dwarves backlog. They've been working so hard, and we just add more and more to their plate. Outpost Liaison is still taking it easy. You can go home, you know. No one's saying you have to be here. We have dwarves everywhere. One miner who's not up to much. He's getting ready to mine out some places for ducks in a minute. Everyone else is either making some rock stuff or sleeping. So down here, I reckon if we carve a big hole here, with a little entrance over here, we can have a nice wee space for ducks. Make it a little bit big, just so the ducks have a little bit of breathing space and don't immediately start fighting each other. And we need a goose home. We can put the goose home over this way. There we go. A little bit of that. More masterpieces. This time, another large silverstone pot. We can put in a request for just some nest boxes. Oh. Let's try that one again. So, we could make it out of gold, but that's a bit of a waste. Let's just make them out of rock. We could make them out of wood, actually. Yeah, let's make them out of wood. Nice and light. Easy for our dwarfs to move around the fortress. Should be pretty good, really. Yeah. Yeah, our dwarves are so stuck with work at the moment. I cannot wait till we start getting entertainers and stuff, man. They shouldn't be too far away. Our fortress is looking pretty appealing, and we're not too far away from civilization either. So I'm hopeful, I am. There's our golden goblets. Our dwarves can drink from fancy mugs once again. And with us in a harder difficulty, those goblets shouldn't be worth $1,000 a pop now. So if we come down to goblets, we look at these lads. Oh no, value's still 1,000. Well, that's fine. That's absolutely ridiculous, but no, yeah, that's fine. I'm sure our dwarves will love that. Let's also put in an order for 2 golden chests. Wish we could go for rose gold, but we haven't found the rest of our minerals yet. But, gold chest though, we'll set that to 2. We don't want our dwarves killing themselves over it. More drinks. Look at this lad, patting 67,000 dogs at the moment. Oh man, the yawns are overtaking me. But that's okay. We'll go for, another half an hour or so. Just a little Monday mini stream, as I like to call them. Already we're turning into Dog Fortress. No matter what I do, there are dogs. Always, always dogs. Oh, this has been mined out. And this one. So we can pop some doors in here. And eventually, we'll stash some animals and pop in some nest boxes. You see, I wonder, do we have some already? Oh no, it's VOF, isn't it? Because they're in farming inside of the workshop area. a tower cap one for the ducks, and over here, a nice wee little fungi wood one tucked around the corner. And while we're waiting for that to happen, let's get ourselves a new pen pasture. This will be for our little wee duck zone. We'll tidy up a few of those edges, just to clean things up a wee bit, but there we go. Oh, we've missed a spot. Up, up. There we go. Now we're good. And then this one, we'll pop in our ducks. A drake and a normal duck. We have a spear drake here. And eventually we'll slam in some turkeys into this place down here. We may as well put that order in right now actually. So pen pasture. Now, not the duckies, they're already doing something else, but the turkeys, we've got some gobblers and some hens. And up with that, we should be pretty good. Oh, we're now in early winter. That is almost 2 years in this fortress. Our little place is growing that much older. Waiting for that save to finish up. Man, oh man. So, our farming is going crazy. We have 241 plants. That's more plants than any one dwarf can ever hope to manage. We have lots of food on top of that. Roughly 200 odd prepared meals, 791 drinks, and 54 bonus meats. We have 13 population. We're doing pretty well for ourselves. There we go. There's our golden chests. Perfect. Pop our chests up this way. We'll make sure to do some engravings and some smoothings just nearby. And once those are done, we'll put the chests right there and there. And dwarves will come in and actually store mugs in there. The granite tummy. Man, I love it. Oh, Fagoth has risen and is haunting the fortress. Fagoth, we've got to treat you with more respect. Let's get you a slab on the way. Let's also do some flooring. I'm certain we'll have a little bit more of our siltstone. We have lots of shale as well. You started a new fortress today. You might go back to the 20-year fort when you go home. It's fun to have a new start. It is, right? I do look forward to doing new starts occasionally. There's a bit more siltstone. Now over here, let's keep up with our mudstone hijinks, huh? How much mudstone do we have? We have 8. Well, there we go. And we've got 20 granite, which means we might be able to get this finished. Up and over here. We're probably going to need to replace that that little altar there fairly shortly. But that's okay. But yes, we definitely need to deal with Ghost Bat. We can even do a little bit more engraving up there, just for fanciness. Now, does this have enough floor space for dancing, I wonder? Yeah, dance floor, 7x8, nice. I think the minimum you want is like 4x5, I think. Over here, our miner is socializing, reciting a little bit of poetry. Enjoyment while performing, wonderful. It is going to take our dwarves a long time to catch up with the stuff, which is why I'm so hanging out for more migrants. It won't be happening in winter, but they will be, hopefully, if we're lucky, coming in spring. dwarfs rushing about. Every one of them running here and there. There we go. So people are dealing with the ducks, storing items away, making some blocks and popping some seeds in. Nice. Now, once we get enough animals in these areas, we'll lock them up. And that'll stop dwarfs from coming in and just helping themselves to eggs quite so much. We have a duck over this way, completely covered in various creepy crawlies. Lice and snails and ticks everywhere. Ducks sprinting off hoping for freedom. But the weird little greedy animals nearby. There's one. A slug, a louse. Yeah. And there's Fagoth. Grandmaster Miner didn't quite get up to legendary, poor old Fagoth. Why am I stuck in Ghostbat? And there's 2 ducks. I think we're waiting for one more duck up here before the area's done. Look at all the plump helmets we have. 260 plants now. Ridiculous. Okay, we're going to limit the amount of drinks to about 600 at the moment, I think. Because that is getting a bit too much. And we're going to say, if drinks available is less than 600. There we go. And that'll calm that down. That'll be one less job our dwarves have to manage. Which will be fantastic. Yeah, no one's done any smoothing or engraving, so those little chests full of goblets, it'll be a wee while before they're quite ready. And eventually I would like to have a stockpile nearby, filled with goblets as well. But we just need to be careful of the amount of work we're putting on our dwarf shoulders at the moment. There we go. We do recommend for new players to try and make forts that last 10 plus years. Learning how to make a fort last a long time makes playing so much more fun. Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, to be fair though, there gets to a point where you can pretty much make any fort last a very, very long time. Like my forts these days, I make them pretty chaotic and messy, but they can still last a very long time. Suddenly vultures hooning in over the distance, stealing chopped yak liver biscuits. No, chopped yak liver roasts, black bullhead biscuits, yak brain roasts, and naked moldog intestine biscuits. I think for the most part, dwarves are pretty happy that those got stolen. Oh, there goes some more yak meat biscuits. We actually don't need those. Those are just up here. They're clearing out our yak food so we don't need to worry about it too much anymore. Oh, some more flooring's just been placed. I love it. You've got elephants and your possible animals at Embark. Nice, man. That is awesome. Meanwhile, vultures are stealing prepared yak eye biscuits. 250 points each. Yep. I love it. But remember, you can also, if they're there and you're in back, you should be able to buy them from your dwarven caravans when they show up. This outpost liaison is still up here. What are you doing, man? Diplomacy and to relax, mate. You've been here for almost a year now. Dr. Cancels plant seeds. Frightened. Was Fagoth spooking our dwarves out? Buddy, what's up? Someone frightened this guy. Spooky. You're lucky in your last fort and the elves sold you elephants early? Oh, nice. That is good, man. The elves like to bring in some pretty good stuff sometimes. Let's resume that one. Now I wonder. We're collecting clay, we haven't made bricks yet, but it's on the way. We're going to change this order slightly. We're going to say not 10, at least 10. There we go. Yeah, just make sure our dwarves don't kind of get themselves stuck in a corner a wee bit. It's nice to have some war elephants guarding the door. War elephants, man, good times. I think the only thing that it would be nice, that would be probably giant war elephants. But giant elephants are so difficult to come by. They're also the biggest land creature possible, if I remember properly. The only creature in the game that I think would be bigger would be the giant blue whales, and I have never ever even seen one of those. All these dwarfs rushing about, including the one standing in the doorway so no one else can get past them. That's the one, dogs. You just ram straight through the lad. There we go. What are you up to? No activity. Did you just steal something and start hooning about? No. Shenanigans ensue when goblins invaders come. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, elephants aren't 100% invincible. Goblins will still shoot them until they die. So be a little bit careful. Here we go, mine is having a chat to the outpost lads. Yeah, our dwarfs are so overworked at the moment. Apart from this lad who's reciting poetry. People are making slabs, pots, more slabs, harvesting plants, brewing drinks. Brewing drinks? Surely you guys don't need to brew any more drinks. I thought we'd pause that. Maybe they're just finishing up that stack of orders. Another masterpiece pot. I'm sure dwarves will love the odd masterpiece pot every now and again. Here's our drinks. And now seeing as we're sitting at 800, that'll stop. Now dwarves won't worry themselves about making more drinks, which will mean eventually the rock pots will start slowing down as well. You can assign them to your military, which helps their survival. That's the one. Now, no matter where I look, there's excited dogs and puppies just sprinting about the fortress. Let's get down here. And let's see, 1, 2 ducks. Where's the final duck? Oh, it's sitting on its eggs. Well, we'll lock that up till we get some ducklings coming in. Over here we have... Is that everyone in here? Let's have a look. There's still a turkey hen on the way. That's alright. We'll lock that once the turkey hen is done. But yeah, now dwarves won't be able to come in and steal this poor duck's eggs. 13 ducky eggs. We'll get 13 mini ducks very shortly. You feel like Hannibal crossing the Alps to invade Rome? Ooh. Our dwarves are going pretty ham at the moment. We're low on seeds, but we have so many plants it does not even matter. Here we go, is that? Up here. Stray turkey has claimed and laid 13 eggs. And we've got all our turkeys inside, so let's lock this door as well. Forbidden. There's our pots. People are rushing about. Dogs in all directions. So over here, I might remove this golden altar temporarily and then put some flooring down. We're midwinter at the moment. Already they've pulled up the golden altar. So let's get that flooring. Where is our little lump of granite? There we go. And as soon as that's done, we might actually put a bit of an engraving under it and then put the altar back. Just like we're trying to do up here. Our fortress isn't doing too bad. We have 2 somewhat upset dwarves now. Love the look of the pillars. I know, it looks cool, right? In another fortress I had running that I kind of just like stopped playing it as much, but I had an offline fortress where the entrance spiraled down this big shaft with magma at the bottom, like an underground volcano basically, and so this track spiraled down it to enter the fort. And on this track I had these huge iron pillars that went like up, probably like 10 to 20 Z levels depending on the pillar, and they all connected to the pathway, and it looked really cool. So ever since then I've liked the idea of having little pillars about the place. Oh, we're engraving. Nice. That's been done. So let's pop in a bit of an engraving there as well. Right where that puppy is. That's still not done, but once it is, we'll pop those chests in. There's some more rock slabs. Now let's get downstairs. Not that far downstairs, but this far downstairs. And we'll pop in a sweet little thing for Fago, our only ghost. Oh, actually, there was a spot there for some gem workshops. So we'll do 2 of those. One up there. We'll make them out of shell because it's not too far away. There we go. There's our clay done. Now hopefully, fairly shortly, this will start firing up. And dwarves will come in and start making us some bricks. Actual bricks. Down here, Fagoth is having the time of her life, blinking in and out of reality, playing near the big magma stream that she got immolated in. Oh, is this engraved? Oh, it is. Nils come down. Meditating on wealth at the moment, but previously. Oh no, Asmil did this one. They made an engraving of a pair of earrings. Well, on top of that, let's pop in our offering place again. The golden altar. There we go. Now that is not too bad there. There's not much of a difference between engraved and not engraved. So I'm thinking we might want to pop something else here instead. Granite is a possibility. I don't know, for the moment let's get those chests in anyway, and we can think about what sort of other flooring we could pop in here for a bit of variation. But yeah, you can barely make that difference out. If I zoom in quite a bit, it's much more visible. Bit of green would be nice in there. Oh, if we found that copper, I'd be over the moon, man. Because there's a good chance that copper will actually be malachite. I haven't heard any announcements of us finding it though. Little bits of marble, pyrosolite up there, no malachite there. I'm thinking a malachite should be down in this portion of the map, just based off what I remember when we embarked. So let's try down here in the granite. In your last fort, you noticed that your metalworker was getting really upset. Then you looked at his preference and you saw that she hated fire snakes. You had to resign your smelter so that fire snakes didn't come up through the magma. Oh, nice. It's pretty clever. Now let's see what this gets us, huh? Collected some clay again. There's our kiln. No one's really making those bricks at the moment. But what we can do is we can come down here and we can say customize again, and we'll say clay is also allowed in here now. So if we look at our orders, those clay bricks should be pretty much ready, right? We have the clay stones. Ah, it's going for blocks rather than bricks. I didn't notice. And we can't specify bricks. Alright, fair enough. This is what we'll do instead. We'll just say if there's clay, turn it into some blocks, just for fun. Yeah. Now. Let's see. This is looking nice now. Things are coming together. Yeah, what other blocks do we have up here? Let's try with a spot of 2. So shale is quite dark, and we don't have much of it, but we can have a look. If we don't like it, we can remove the floor. Ooh, our dwarfs are getting very angry now. Who's getting so upset? The Stonecrafter. What's the problem, buddy? You want to require something? You want to pray, and you want to be away. You want to be near friends. Oh, you've been haunted. That's why. That's why we have 2 upset dwarfs. The ghosting has been upsetting our poor old dwarfs. That'll improve over time. So, very dark with lighter floor. I actually really like that. That shale flooring there is pretty good, I think. There we go, there's our golden chests. And we'll even... Actually, I think we should be fine like that. Just trying to boost value. Ooh, onyx opal, thank you. 2 spires, that means it's worth a little bit. Little bits of gold around the place. Yeah, I do like the shale actually. We have 8 shale. We're going to dig out some more. There's our earthenware bricks, by the way. We have lots of granite, a little bit of mudstone, and heaps of siltstone. So let's get some more siltstone around the place. Just not going all the way to the edges this time. There we go. So we can't put any under this until we remove that, but there's no rush with that one. Okay, so where are we getting our mudstone from is the question. Siltstone everywhere. Oh no, that's claystone. No, it was shale, wasn't it? I think it was shale thinking about it. Yep, it's shale. So claystone, diorite, gabbro, some marble, some granite. I think mudstone might be much shallower, actually, thinking about it. There's our shale. So, let's mine out a wee bit. Let's head to the north. Snag a little bit of shale down here. Our new and fancy shale mine. We'll just kind of wiggle about the place over here, see what we can find. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Some iron. Lots of iron, actually. Holy crap. Well, it's not as cool as the copper we're hoping for, but we can get steel coming in now, especially now that we have that marble. We won't get it going immediately. We kind of need to wait until we have a little bit more in the way of dwarfs. But there's some citrine as well. Hello, citrine. The only problem with this is we've only got 3 bits of shale from our shale mine. Everything else is just magnetite. Oh well. Buddy, what is going on with this magnetite? We just wanted the brown rocks. Well, yep. Early spring, year 2. Our fortress isn't necessarily growing, we haven't gotten any new migrants, but our dwarfs are still going hard. We've just hit lots and lots of magnetite. We have the very beginnings of a clay industry coming in. We have clay bricks, which will hopefully look really nice. Eventually, in a few more years, our dwarfs will have a glass industry going. It'll be nice, man. It'll be really good, actually. Let's see, we have a little bit of gold around the fortress. We have some very nice claystone. And if we're lucky, we'll get a bit of schist fairly shortly. Things are really coming together for this fortress. Good old Smithgleams, huh? Well, we will be gleaming with this amount of steel, man. I mean, look at that. just ridiculous. I'm loving it. The only thing I think would be better is if we had maybe, I think it's limestone? Or maybe some coal. That'd be cool as well. Because the thing we're going to bump into quite often is the fact that our dwarves don't have access to megatons of trees. So we have to keep an eye out. If we're lucky, we'll get a bit of the old underground coal going. And we've hit magnetite, damn it. We'll just be putting iron everywhere I see. That's fine. I mean, the schist flooring would look amazing if we only could get some schist. Let's come down a couple of levels. I'm sure the magnetite won't be everywhere. There we go. There we go. Oh, that is way off center. Who designed that? Terrible. Come on now. There we go. Still not a sphere, but hey, it's good enough for us. I'd be surprised if we don't start getting migrants shortly. We have traded so much, and we have fancy windows now. We have clay coming in. Let's even put down a little block of clay somewhere. I reckon we'll put it in just in the corner of this guy's room, just as a test. A little bit of earthenware. Oh, do we have some more shale, I wonder? Shale, do you love me? We have 27 lumps of shale, but no one's turned it into anything at the moment. Now, so one thing I can start looking into now, because our miners aren't up to too much, apart from trying to find out where all the copper is, we can start mining this out, and this will be like probably about this wide. We're wanting a big underground river. So it'll come up something like this. Sort of hoon off this way. We want to make sure it ends up crashing into this as well. And this will be several levels steep. You'll have fancy stuff like golden bridges and whatnot. More magnetite and some leaven opals. Ooh, leaven opals are worth a good amount. We'll grab those. Magnetite for Maloney. We've got some more gems. We have 500 food, 777 drinks. Oh, more opals. Don't mind if I do. There we go. We don't have any babies yet, but everything's all locked up, so we should be fine. Animals are growing up, becoming stray dogs, adding more to the dog explosion. I am so surprised we've gone 2 years without immigrants. It happens sometimes. That's right, as we trade more, that'll get better. An angry lad is praying, meditating on freedom. Creator of flasks, my only mistake. You weirdo. Where is he? It's our stonecrafter. I don't know why I did it this way, but I just wanted to see if he was hauling it. But no, apparently he's leaving it and whatever. Hey, I saw that number increase. Welcome in, dwarves. That's the one. Run on up the hill. Welcome, welcome. We have space for dwarves. Well, not really, but we will. We'll carve you out some rooms. 27 now. Well, that is not bad. And they still keep coming. We're up to 30 dwarves. And they're still coming. People are bringing in llamas. And themselves. And their beds. 36 population. That is almost a wave of 20. The Coastal Company, our farmers guild, has been established. Look at all these new arrivals. Only 3 of which are children, which is nice. They've also brought themselves some toys as well. That is good. We have a new clerk, a tanner, a soap maker. This is nice, man. We have a very angry stone grafter. Amazing. It's not bad, man. So over here, more than double the fort population in one wave. Yeah, that's the thing. That's one thing that always happens, I find. If you have a period in which you don't have many dwarves coming in, and it's like a new fortress, you'll eventually get to the point where suddenly you have megatons of dwarves coming in all at once. Because it's kind of like this big backlog builds up, and then the dam breaks, and things get a wee bit crazy. We have one new miner. Let's get a few more. We have a whole bunch of legendary farmers, which is crazy. We'll get this peasant and an animal trainer just to help out with a bit of mining. A new petition. The Coastal Company has many members in Smithgleams, and now requires a guild hall. This location must be built and furnished with a hall designated for a farmer guild. Do you approve this request? We do. We do. All these dwarves just rushing in to hang out in the pub. And we'll struck some shore. Just over here, where we're channeling. Yeah, our fortress has suddenly exploded in popularity. So for military, we might go for about 5 dwarfs at this point in time. We could do them. It's tempting to do them up here, but we might like build a little house for them out here or something. You know, we've got options. Oh, a hunter is fighting some 2-humped camel children. Interesting. They heard a rumor that free booze is available, and that they can drink it from golden cups. Now let's pop down here and just make sure we've got a few animals wandering around in here. Oh, we've caught a camel, a baby camel. But we have, let's see, we're looking for people who aren't in little areas like this at the moment, in our paddocks. Past the cats and the dogs, but we've got some horses, a donkey, cavy pups, someone's random sheep, some baby alpaca that people have brought with them. Nothing too amazing, but hey, we'll slam them in here. Now, one thing we might do is we might extend our rough granite block wall and just put it over here. Just so we can kind of protect our animals in here if we need to. So, a little bit of a wall up this way. And we'll make that out of... almost tempted to make it out of earthenware bricks, but no, we'll make it out of granite. There we go. And over here, we'll cancel that and eventually pop in the door. You love it when they bring in breeding pairs? I know, it's good, eh? More jimmies have been cut. And here comes the animals. People are bringing them in 2 by 2. The hunter is killing more camels. And let's pop a door in. A mudstone door, there we go. This is just if like weird animals start getting in, we can lock this place up. It's not all that safe. Like a forgotten beast will still cause a ruckus, but that's okay. Oh, then you don't need to injure every animal you can find. There's bloody carnage for everywhere. So someone's come down here, probably that hunter, killed a camel and then just left it on the floor. They were like, nah, I'm not going to do some butchering. I'll just leave the camel lying around. Make sure you return your kill, huh? Still no hatched eggs yet. Oh man, I am starving, and I've just looked at the time, and we're just parking up on 10 o'clock, 10 PM where I live. Definitely time for some dinner, I think. Be going for about almost 4 hours, which I think is about usually the time we go for. He suddenly goes thirsty. But yeah, so I'm thinking it might be time for us. Ooh, it's a nice dark brown colour, mate. We could put that up here instead of waiting for Chet. Let's do a test with that much. Where is those earthenware bricks? But yeah, like I was saying before I got distracted, we might be kind of looking at around about the time we would like to do a bit of a raid off to someone else. It's been awesome having you here. It's always nice to see you lads turn up. All those friendly faces. And yeah, let's see. What else? Apart from the thank you and the good evening. Oh yeah, by the way, I know I've brought it up several times, but there is that YouTube channel where you can catch the VODs. The VODs won't be muted on the YouTube channel because I record them directly. Other than that, yeah, look, that is going to look nice with that siltstone floor actually. Awesome. We now have earthenware bricks on the floor. But yeah, so you guys will see me next weekend because I do have a day job and I need to work for the rest of the week now. But next weekend I'll do another 3 streams in a row. They'll be usually longer than this. This is Little Monday streams last for about 4 hours, usually, unless I get really distracted and notice the time. Yeah, Trotsky and Codependent, it's always nice to have you guys turned around, man. Or turn up, brother. It's been cool as to have you here. But for now, shall we see if we can't find someone streaming? I'm certain we can do. Let me have a nosy in my little secret raid section over here. What have we got? Ooh, do you guys want to see some more Dwarf Fortress? Because I think it's hazard time again. Let's go visit this lad. We'll enjoy a wee bit of a haz. But yeah guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks again for those follows. Catch you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your day or your evening depending on where you live, but bye bye for now.